Saying you an Air Max person. Yeah. Cats be running around like, yo, I wear Air Maxes. Yo, you got 97 bullets? No. Oh, you ain't no Air Max person. No.
Yeah.
Good. We good. All right. Appreciate everybody at Pivot Socks. Go to getpivot.com. That's GETPYVOT.com. Use the promo code Sneak This Podcast. Get yourself a pair of socks. Like I said, every pair of socks you buy does support an episode on this podcast. As you can see, we're back in the studio, so I need you to buy them socks. All right? So go to getpivot.com. You see it on the screen. That's GETPYVOT.com. I also want to give a special shout out to the homie at Courtside Pins. Sent us a few pins. Like I said, man, I always appreciate people who, send things like that. And I said, whatever business you got, anything like that, you want me to support it, I could care less. I'm not like these other podcasts, these other shows that act like they too good to do stuff. You send me something, as long as it's not weird. You got something weird, I ain't doing it. But, go to our website. It's on the screen, Courtside. Copy yourself some pins. I got my Nick Young one in my hat today. Shout out to Manor for the hat. Oh, actually, you sent a note, too, so I'm going to go ahead and read this. It says, to Greg and the Sneak This crew, just wanted to send some pins your way to show my appreciation for all y'all work y'all put in to produce the best sneaker pod to me. Appreciate you. Hope the rest of the gang comes back, but loving the closet episodes in the meantime. Also, shout out to the significant others for supporting you guys to do what you do. Troy at Courtside Pins. Appreciate you, Troy, man. Like I said, it's the wives.
This is it. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a dope message. Yeah.
It's the wives, bro. Because even like saying I'm coming back this week, and obviously for those who are watching the podcast on YouTube, George's camera's here, it's recording, but he just isn't here yet. Which is like I told you guys, one of them things, those things that pop up. You guys saw how it is. And you know what? I appreciate you guys, your patience. We started 30 minutes later. But I appreciate y'all patience with me. I appreciate you, True, going to get those SD cards.
It's all good, man. I totally understand.
I appreciate it, man. I'm giving you money back, too.
You're not getting, no, you're not.
I'm giving you money back for that. But, like, came here, SD cards, mic's different, it's a bunch of setup. And, like, you guys know how I am with the podcast. Like, I want it to be perfect. It's, like, just perfect all the time. And, like, came in late, I got my work clothes on and stuff like that. But, Tim and True, they sat here and patiently waited. George will be here in a second. I know some of y'all can't wait to see George again,
Shout out George, man.
Yeah, that's my dog,
George.
Man. So I didn't even do the proper intro. All right, so, Think This Podcast, episode 331.
Let's go.
Greg in the building. George is on his way in the building. We got two special guests in the building. I mean, Tim's not a special guest anymore, but Tim's been on the podcast 2 or 3 times. But we got, as a collective, we got the Jones Hall podcast. Jones Hall podcast. I always say but I had to change it, right?
No, it was always Jones Hall. Yeah, it was
always, okay. Yeah. I thought y'all had the Jones Hall podcast at first, and I thought someone else had that.
No. It's actually Jones Hall Podcast is I Googled it and stuff because I have a couple of trademarks on my own and I was looking into all that and no one else has Jones Hall or Jones Hall Podcast. Oh, obviously, the uniqueness of it is the name is the dormitory we stayed in our freshman year.
From the greatest HBCU ever, Southern University.
Shout out Southern University.
Well, hold on. This is True.
My bad.
This is Tim. Now, talk to me about Jones Hall Podcast. One of my favorite podcasts, too, by the way.
appreciate you for listening.
I know. That's why Tim came on last time. I was like, yeah, listen to all the time. He's like, you do? I'm like, yeah, I love that podcast. Like, it's really good. Like, I think a lot of people should listen to it. If you listen to this podcast and you just like hearing about relationships and, you know, just kind of current affairs, things like that, things as a man, things to deal with women, things of dating, it's a good podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Jones Hall is what?
So Jones Hall is the dormitory that Tim and I stayed in our freshman year when we stayed on campus at Southern University. That's when we really started to bond and become friends. We've always knew each other, but we just never hung out or did anything together.
Yeah,
so.
he didn't want to hang out with me in high school.
You know, we was just on different paths in life, doing different things. So yeah. But yeah, we met up at college. I think I remember whenever wasn't in line to get our dormitories or whatever.
I was like, sure, you going to Southern?
Yeah. And then I look and I see Tim and stuff, and we kind of chopped it up a little bit there. And then we ended up becoming suite mates. His dorm was right next to mine. A suite had 4 dorms in it, so his dorm was right next to mine, and then that's when things grew. And you know, so yeah. But the podcast, like you say, marriage, relationships, friendships, that's kind of the main thing. Of course, kind of culture. Curated topics as well and stuff like that. Like we recorded an episode recently about Freaknik and a couple other stuff too. So it doesn't just stop with that. But obviously, from just our perspective, our views and stuff, I've been married. I'm married now. Was divorced before and married. Tim's married now. You know, I'm a parent, and so yeah, we just talk about just life
stuff.
Yeah.
And I love it. You know, you guys and We're Just the Messengers are my 2 favorite podcasts. Like, and you know, one thing is too, because, you know, y'all are both originally from Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you guys are from Louisiana and my homies from We're Just the Messengers, they're from South Carolina. So like I love hearing like regular cats talk about stuff. You can listen to celebrities and all the, you know, an athlete retires Monday and got a podcast Tuesday, you know, and they talk about things that like cool stories to hear, but I can't relate to. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like the Freaknik thing, like, fam, like being with my uncles, like, and my uncle's only 1 year older than me, so like we've always been that way. And then all the homies, but we used to talk about like, well, one day we gotta get to Freaknik. We never did, but we used to talk about it all the time. Like stories are legendary.
Oh yeah.
All right, you watch that stuff now. Boy, oh boy, it looks crazy now.
Yeah.
And for those who know what Freaknik is, look it up, man. Because I was like, you know, because that documentary is produced by Jermaine Dupri and all them that's coming out. Yeah. So, and I'm like, you know, you're going to see a lot of crazy things on the VHS footage and stuff like that. And I was like, is cats going to have to answer for that?
Yeah.
If they get recognized? I'm talking like some outlandish stuff. I ain't talking about just you slapping a booty. I'm talking about wild.
Oh, yeah. I've seen some stuff on Twitter already.
Yeah, Twitter. You can just search Twitter and you'll see wild stuff.
Police officers on duty, wilding.
All right. You think cats going to have to answer to that? Because that's like, what, 20 years now? 30?
20 plus, yeah.
So it's 30. Like these cats that's in these videos, I don't know how old they're. Maybe like 50, 60 plus years old now. Like they're adults in those videos. Oh, what college?
College. So it started in 1982. So we're talking about like 40 years. You know what I'm saying?
Freaknik was 82?
Yeah, that's when it started.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're right.
I thought it was like 95.
No, it started. I mean, that's probably, you know.
When it got wild?
Yeah, when it got wild. And I guess more documentation of videos and stuff. But it started, so, you know, 80s, 90s. It got shut down in late 90s or whatever. But yeah. So, I mean, you're talking about years on top of years of wildness, craziness.
Well, like my homie Mike from We're Just a Message podcast, he was talking about, like, he talked to his uncle and he said, man, if I still had some of that video footage, like, I'm talking some crazy stuff. Like, even when I was in college, and you know that era, I was in college too, that era when, like, everybody had a camcorder. Man, we used to be recording all kind of stuff. The
prodigal son has returned.
George.
Look at this cat.
What's up, man?
Coming in.
What's going on, man?
Late. Look at that. I'm never late to the closet.
George is back.
The camera's already running and stuff like that, so I think it's good. It may be a little bit low. Can you see that camera? Is it too low on them? Let me look real quick.
I can't see.
What a disaster.
So the gang is back.
Oh, God.
How you been, George?
Something. Tired. Tired dealing with people.
I see you ain't been arguing on Twitter with a bunch of goofballs like you normally do.
I have been about card stuff. Not
card
about
stuff.
Other shit, political shit and whatever else. So a little bit lighter.
Yeah. I'm just ready for the draft, man.
Where's it at?
They saying that Stroud keeps going down. I say yes, please go down to number 7.
They Richardson. They think he's gonna go higher.
I don't know. I heard Levis is basically a lock to go 4 today.
And see, Levis, he gives
terrible to me.
me Mitch Trubisky vibes. The prototypical, he has the potential and whatnot. And
Listen, you take BY number 1 or Stroud, fine. Let Stroud be a Raider. That's all I gotta say.
There we go. Stroud ain't gonna be no Raider. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Bryce Young seems to be going first in Panthers. It seems like.
Up?
Nah, you good.
No, I mean,
I don't know, man.
that's fun.
I personally think Stroud the best one out of all of them.
He is. Now, I say that full respect for Bryce Young. I like Bryce Young.
Yeah,
But
I think Stroud is better, but I don't like any Ohio State quarterback. So
the way Stroud performing at
I
Georgia,
don't like USC quarterbacks either, but you're going to have to switch up because the next USC quarterback is that guy.
Oh, he is.
we'll see.
Matt, you see him?
Oh, no, first of all, I have no problem with USC quarterbacks. USC quarterbacks have been all right.
Oh, you dislike Ohio State more, but you don't think USC quarterbacks are.
No, I think they're okay. They're not great.
Yeah,
Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, they're all right.
But this new one, he liked that.
That's what everybody say.
Oh, he liked that.
They hit the transfer portal.
yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to go to USC and be like, I don't like this, hit that transfer. Somebody raise their voice at him. He say something they don't like, they hit the transfer portal.
Man.
That's how these new kids are. You go raise your voice, you say, yo, give me 10 sprints, 10 suicides. Oh, no, transfer portal.
Yeah.
But like I said, Georgia's back, obviously. It makes some of y'all a lot happy. Some of y'all sick of listening to me. I sick of tell everybody, I said, look, I was doing the closet episodes not because I was trying to change the podcast, because I wanted to keep it going until I figured out what we were going to do.
Yeah.
Because Katz was like, oh, bro, either do it or don't do it. I'm like, man, who do you think you are? Like,
fam, relax.
Man, I'm trying to get my mind right so I can get back and do this.
Everybody thought we had, everybody that hit me up said, you guys got beef?
Oh, my God.
I said, what?
I'm like, man, my wife would kill me if me and George got. His wife probably kill him too if me and him ever got into it.
I saw you address it on the show, so people really did think that.
I don't know if they said it to the pod account, but they definitely said it to me.
People said it to me a
I
lot.
got beef?
I'm like, man, come on, bro. Y'all don't stop. Me and George go to lunch every single Friday. We hang. Me and George are like the same person. Like we're like brothers. Like I never in a million years. Like I definitely let this stupid podcast do it. Like now we arguing over some money. We get some real money. We get to it. They get to it. Things happen. But making $0 get into it. Y'all
Marlon Redbeard, man. What's his name?
Who? Oh, Maul and Rory? Nah, it ain't gonna be.
I still don't understand that meme because both people look like Joe Budden, the beard man and the one with the beanie on. Who is he supposed to be?
Oh, you talking about
the cat meme? They made Budden.
Oh, I know you talking about. I don't know who that is.
You don't listen to Budden podcast. I used to listen to it. I don't even listen to it.
I don't. But you know what funny is? I started listening to you guys, and we're just a messenger. I like regular people more now. Like I said, like you could only listen to celebrity pods for so much. It's still funny, like Joe Budden. Like I see clips here and there. I'm like, oh, it's still funny, but like. They got way different perspectives on things and stuff. They
got a lot less memes since they went to the new podcast.
Yeah.
That's the dead giveaway for is your show good anymore?
And that show has like 5 people now. It's like Queen's Flip, Joe Bunn, Melissa Ford.
God, they got him too?
Yeah, everybody on there.
That's too many people.
Flip these up.
It's way too many people on there. But like I said, we do got the Jones Hall podcast in the building. This is true, George. And I just met. Yeah. We got Tim back in the building.
What time did you start at? Just a little while ago?
We just started about like 14 minutes ago. So you all right, but we ain't talking about nothing but the podcast. We talk about Freaknik a little bit. I know you was in the building.
Yes.
Now that would be funny. But what else we got? Anyway,
I'm sure there's plenty of white people.
Oh, they out there.
Now, the percentage may not be high, but if you look around, I'm sure
it ain't high. They were like this too. They weren't participating, but they was like this because they knew. They said, "Oh boy, wait about 20 years."
True, you think Uncle Buck was at Freaknik?
Yeah.
Like we had a white SGA president when we was in Southern.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Uncle Buck.
Oh, he probably there.
Yeah.
He like to wait till this footage come out. What? 20 years, there's gonna be something called Netflix.
All right, so since you say I'm always late on stuff, how old is that video with that white man talking about he went to the barbecue? Because I know you saw that.
Which one?
I know y'all saw that.
I ain't seen
Which one?
Just recently I saw it.
I ain't seen it.
He
was on
said his
Twitter?
Friend, white dude with like a southern voice. His friend invited him to the
I
the
did.
cookout.
I seen it on TikTok.
Okay, so
I
is
seen
that
it on
new
TikTok.
or like 5 years old? Because every time I send a video, he's like, that's about 5 years old.
Yeah, I seen it like a year ago.
Okay. Well, there you go.
George be late.
There you go.
George be super late. He forgot Melo played for the Knicks. So I'm like, man, where you?
I mean, this happened 2 years ago, but this isn't new information. But that did happen. Correct. And then I sent another one too after that.
Yeah,
I seen somebody in a jersey, and I was like, you might as well file this under the Melo. Forgot Melo.
Bruh. It be a lot of NBA players I'll be
was.
forgetting like that though. But like I said, George is back, podcast back. And we're glad for the first episode back in the studio. We got the Jones Hall podcast in here.
We're not thankful for the studio. But...
Huh?
I said, we're not thankful for the studio.
The studio is perfect.
No, it's fine. Yeah, but
They got snacks.
the people are
They got
acting
good
up.
snacks,
They
too.
run
No,
there.
they ain't been acting on.
Name brand snacks.
They just charge me all that money.
Yeah, it's not great
Same
value.
thing.
No.
Yeah, these good snacks.
They got good snacks. But like I said, man, pod update. Like I said, man, I'm going to do right now 2 episodes a month in the studio. And
You're
probably
committing on
I'm
camera.
committing to 2 a month in the studio. It could be 2 back-to-back consecutive, whatever we feel like, and maybe 2 in the closet maybe. I can't do 4 right now.
Okay.
Tim and True saw what I go through to get this
yeah.
set up. Like,
It's a huge
they
setup.
had to go buy us SD cards.
Yeah.
They done messed up, missing one for the cameras and stuff like that. Microphones, new
You
things.
mean you left it home or?
No, like one wouldn't work, and then the other one was acting weird. So then being True, hopped in the whip, went and picked up 2 SD cards for us. So
We appreciate it.
It's not a
sneak this
problem.
card. So,
We owe drinks at the bar then.
but
I mean, not tonight, but
Oh, George, we're
clear.
definitely watching the game.
Let's
this
be
season.
clear. Not
The
tonight,
NFL.
but sure, yeah,
Definitely
whatever.
Watching the game.
yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to get out for more football games this year.
Oh yeah,
I said
And
that
George,
last
I will drive
year.
to where
but
you're at. I will drive just
I
to
got
watch the game
to.
with you.
Oh no, you don't watch the game with George and I. Maybe not George.
George, too crazy.
out of control.
Nah, it's different at the bar because
Out of control. If you want to have all eyes on you, watch a Raiders game with
there are
George.
certain games. There are certain games I won't go nowhere because I know I'm going to be angry, so I don't want to be in public. But
Gotcha.
if I know it's like Raiders got low expectations, I can watch Raider games all the time.
He says that all the time and still loses his mind at the bar.
Well, yes.
I mean,
But
yelling.
like
Everybody's like this.
USC football, Arizona basketball, like stuff with like high expectations, yeah, they better not lose.
Yeah, gotcha.
Don't lose. Don't be behind in the game. You better lead the whole game.
So I know you was
Like
cussing
that-
when U of A lost to what, Princeton? Was it Princeton in the tournament?
Yeah, I almost didn't go to Vegas. I was supposed to go to Vegas that next morning, and I texted people that was already there. I was like, yeah, I might not make it. When USC lost to Tulane or whatever in that bowl,
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
turned the TV off on the last drive and didn't even watch what happened because I knew they were going to score. I just left. And my wife's sister got us a new like house, like what do you call it? A mat outside the house.
Welcome
door
mat?
Yeah, welcome mat. And it got a hand going like that. And it has nothing to do with USC. It's just that emoji like that. And I seen it when I went outside, and the rage went to like another level. I picked it up and threw it in the
Damn,
street.
George.
I was so angry.
George be wilding. I had a
But
birthday.
Raiders are different though.
I had a birthday dinner one time, and his wife showed up first. Oh, where's George at? Oh, he broke his Apple laptop, slammed it on the ground. Had to take it to the Apple
That was
store.
gambling, but that was a long time ago. That was like,
Oh wow.
Holy
He be wilding, boy. I'm telling you. It'd be funny though. It made watching sports good when you go to the bar and somebody like that. As long as the bar is cool with it. George's been kicked out the bar before, so George is a wild person. Man. And it's like his bar. It's like his cheers. And they said you
the
gotta
manager
go.
didn't kick me out. It was one of those things where he came over and like, if you know someone's a regular, you just don't say nothing to him, or you say something to him like later on when not in front of people. He came up like right in the middle of the game and was like, "I need you to settle down." I'm like, "Bro, who do you think you are? There's much money that I spent in this bar." No joke, I didn't go back to that bar for 6 months, and when I went back in, he was there and he tried to come up and apologize. I just walked away. I'm not gonna look at you in your face when you try to apologize to me. He tried to do it again too the next week. I said, "Man, get out my
He
face."
extended his hand.
Yes, he went like this, dap.
He like he wanted one of those. Also, shout out to Erica. Erica is one of the 2 women that watch this podcast. The other one is
I was more
Ruby.
than that now.
She was in Japan.
Those are the
She's-
2 like obvious, listeners.
It's the
or
2
whatever,
obvious
the
ones.
most obvious female listeners, but there's more.
Erica is actually a rich person, so
Listen, when you can't tell if someone lives in Europe or the United States,
Yeah,
that's how
that's
rich
how
they
you know
are.
they
You know
rich.
somebody rich.
when you're like, wait a minute, I thought
You have Man United game today and like Barcelona game the next week, but you live in the United States, you're rich.
I thought she was at the cherry blossoms from the DC in DC. She was in the cherry blossoms in Japan. I was like, wait a minute, those are real cherry blossoms. She was in Japan and said she saw some
Authentics.
snacks and thought about us.
All kind
So
of snacks.
Well, don't.
Yeah.
I know y'all like seafood based on where y'all grew up. I don't like seafood, so if it's seafood there, you take it.
but hold on, let me go ahead and read this
seafood?
card. She got us an actual card. Look at that. Hello.
Can't do it.
Hello. Let me see what this
I mean,
card
it's not
says.
really like a prominent thing in California. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of people that like.
Yeah, I guess not.
It's not like.
What y'all mainly eat out there in Cali?
Seafood. Don't listen to George.
Nah, I mean, well,
Seafood.
Mexican food is big, obviously.
Yeah.
in the inner city. On the coast.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all
There's not like a culinary, like, you know,
Ew.
some.
Why'd I say inner city?
Some cities you can point out got culinary stuff. Like
Right.
New Orleans, you know, has like crawfish and
Right.
fried chicken and stuff like that.
Fried
California doesn't have that. Fried chicken is very famous down there.
In Louisiana? Oh yeah, you're right.
Like
we got
different-
Louisiana fried chicken.
Yeah,
That's
they got
right.
the fried chicken festival. It's normally during the spring, right?
Yep.
Is it the best fried chicken though?
Best fried chicken is from the Blue Store in Baton Rouge. If you know, you know.
Oh, you know what? Did they say that last time? I think you
Yeah,
said
it's
that.
really
You know, you know.
Yeah, I'll debate.
But like California, outside of like maybe like tacos, because they're known for like taco stands and
Right.
taco trucks and stuff like that. Like outside of that, I don't really know if California is really known for much in terms of food. That doesn't mean there's not good restaurants. I'm just saying
Well, no. See, that's the best part about California.
they
California
got a lot of different stuff.
is like actually has culture. We talked about it before in the podcast. Arizona has zero culture. California, you could be step one foot over here, you in Japan. Over here, you in
Oh,
Korea.
yeah,
Over
yeah.
here, you in Mexico.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes it best. So it's not like
Yeah, like
California's thing.
Chinatown, Koreatown.
Yeah, California's thing is like you can go anywhere in the world by being in California. That's one, and two, it's also like just healthy, clean living is like all of a sudden developed a California thing, like vegan and stuff like that. But let me read this real quick from Erica. Erica says, "Konnichiwa." Oops, should I say it like that? Konnichiwa. Okay.
That's one foreign word you finally
Well,
got
I
right.
mean, every time I say something like that,
Yeah,
oh,
'cause
Greg,
normally
hey,
you
chill.
say it crazy.
Yo, Greg, chill, you can get fired.
Nah, because you be making your own words
Yo,
up. That's why.
relax.
But it's
Greg
on
and
accent.
George. Japan's snack game is on another level. When I saw these, I immediately thought of you two and when you used to unbox snacks from across the globe. Hoping this box pushes you to do at least one more episode. Thanks for all. Thanks for all the laughs, arguments, and mostly the hard work. Cheers to 7 years.
At
Love,
least one more
Erica.
episode.
Look at that, man. People, we had another one too. Someone said, look at that. Snacks and pins got us to do the pod again.
But Japan is like probably the snack kings of the world. I mean,
guess.
just the various stuff they got.
Really?
Now, I'm not.
You want to try this?
Yeah, I'm about to ask you exactly what is it, dude? Because
This
I can't
feels
read the
crazy.
bag. There we
Oh,
go.
this is.
This is. I don't know if I mean this. Hey, we
thought
got
this was-
these two here.
I thought it was a honey pack.
We got. I don't know about that, man. That
I
joint
bet
is
you it's
mushy.
good.
though.
I'm not gonna eat it right now. 'Cause
me
it's-
Y'all want Kit Kat?
I bet you it's good.
Nah,
It
I'm
says
good.
what? Konjac, jelly, peach. It's
We got
bet
strawberry
you it's
Kit Kats and we got
I know
some
the
wheat
strawberry.
Kit
Nah, but
Kats.
they, you never watch like videos and stuff about people in Japan? There's like they got like vending machines with like good food in it, like the vending machine sandwich, but the sandwich you might want to eat, as opposed to like a vending machine sandwich here.
I'm about to taste this
you got?
thing. You know I'm not a texture person. Oh, you want some of the other stuff?
There's
No,
a
I'm
crawfish on
passing.
there.
I don't want none of that. Like I could see crawfish or whatever from here. I know they want it.
No,
I'm
it's not
eating it.
shrimp.
That's a big.
No, ain't no crawfish.
Oh, that's
Ain't
the
no
same
shrimp.
thing.
Oh yeah, that's
That's a
crawfish.
crawfish. That's crawfish on here.
That's a shrimp.
And
That's
I don't know
good.
what this green
Here,
thing
George.
is at the bottom.
It's steak and chicken chips.
Steak and chicken.
Oh, I know them fire. Steak and chicken.
Nah, I don't know.
Oh,
man.
these. I do like these kind of crackers though. These crackers
You
look
going
fire.
down?
Bruh, let me see that.
Because I'm gonna get Cheeto. I'm gonna get dust all on my shirt.
You want to
Suns
look
play tonight or
professional
what?
as an adult?
Suns play tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a Suns fan. I'm just a
You're
fair
a
weather
local
fan.
person. I get
Yeah.
it. I
Yo,
root for them too.
Like the only teams I root for like are the
You a
Dallas
Suns fan.
Cowboys.
Are you good?
Ooh, this got to smell.
Dallas Cowboys.
You smell it?
Oh, all the like snacks that we get from like Japan and crazy places and stuff. What do we get that one? Oh, we got Philippines one time. He about to choke.
Get the whole pit.
Oh, there's actual.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Shout out to
good, though.
Greg for being brave enough to do that.
It's
on
good
camera.
though.
Anytime, like,
and I don't
people
mess
send-
with textures. Though.
people send stuff from
Chill.
like
He
Philippines.
said on
and
camera.
Seafood is big there too. Can't do it, bro.
Oh,
The inside of the bag smells like a cemetery. You know?
All right, so say what you was about to say because I have a question after what you said. So you said the only teams you root for. Are,
Oh, the only teams I really root for: Dallas Cowboys, LSU Tigers, Southern.
Okay, so Tim and I had a conversation about this, and I want to get y'all's opinion. Tim feels that you should only wear, depending on what sport it is, you should only wear hats or clothes of your favorite team.
no. Depending on the sports.
I mean, for the most part, I agree with that. but I don't think it's like I wouldn't judge somebody else doing it. It would just be for me. Like you'll never catch me wearing San Francisco Giants hat ever.
That's a rival.
Ever. I mean, whatever. Yankee hat, pick one.
So what's your favorite team in
Dodgers hat
okay.
only. Yeah,
So for baseball, you only wear Dodger stuff.
Yep.
Football, you only wear Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, I just wouldn't buy another team, but I think I got like a Cardinal shirt for Christmas one year from like in-laws because they were trying to do that whole like convert you thing. I think I wore it to a game or whatever, but like,
Convert
I mean, I didn't buy that.
They lit a candle.
Hey,
At a ceremony.
To be fair, though, I do wear a different college paraphernalia, but NFL, Cowboys only.
Oh yeah, that's the only thing. I will not wear another
you
NFL team.
would never wear
You got
another.
a million different baseball hats. Like
I
that's
do,
fine. You
and I'm a
wanna wear what you
Dodgers
want.
fan, but LA has to be kind of whack sometime if it's not the traditional blue or a few
There's-
colors we got.
Well, there's clearly a lot of fire hats of other teams. Like, there's no doubt about
Fire.
that. But I'm not-
That's what I think because I feel like it gives you more option with colors. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because I have a favorite team in every sport, but I have other clothes because the clothes match the gear and the shoes and sneakers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
There's other teams that I feel like that I like or feel a relationship towards. Like my stepdad's family was all from Baltimore, so I like the Orioles. I'm not gonna buy any Orioles stuff, but like if somebody gave me an Orioles hat, I probably would wear it because I don't have they're not a division team. I don't have no problem with like, but I wouldn't go. I don't think I would go out of my way to buy stuff like that.
All right.
them jelly things are really good. I'm not.
They are
gonna
pretty
lie
good.
To you, Them joints is
I'm gonna wait till the show
Yeah,
over.
I'll
I
wait
probably
till the show
wasted
over.
all of my
Them
shirt or
joints
something.
is packed. No, it's not. I thought it was liquid. It's a whole piece of something.
So it is a piece.
Yeah, it's like a piece. It's just super jelly. Like it's like an actual jellyfish.
Go ahead, George. I see you looking.
Oh,
I don't say that.
I'm telling you, man. And you gotta,
No, as I said, like it looks good.
you gotta eat it like I ate it too.
Pause.
Yes, you gotta eat it like an oyster.
You got no choice. Yeah, I would never wear anything but Cowboys gear. I can't wear another football team. The Cardinals one, I mean, I maybe, but I don't know about that. I can't. Cowboys is my thing. Dodgers is my squad, but like I got ties with the A's and Giants. Like, you know, I've been to more A's and Giants baseball games than anybody. That's why I like with basketball. I don't have a favorite basketball team.
Right.
The Suns win the championship, I'm gonna be out there in the street acting a fool just like everybody else. But I also go for the Lakers because I got Lakers ties from LA.
Yeah.
I go for the Blazers. I lived in Oregon. I have a little bit ties with the Blazers and the Warriors. Like Warriors, probably more than anybody. Like even Sacramento Kings to a certain extent, but mainly the Warriors. Like I went to all my basketball camps with the Warriors. Actually used to talk to Bob Cera on a regular basis, like when we were younger in high school. Like I just feel something for them. When they started winning, I was excited for it. You know what I mean? But yes, I've been in Arizona since 1999. The Suns win the championship. I'm gonna be out there acting like a fool just like everybody else. So it don't matter, you know. Like it's like, you know, Cass is like, yo, you can't have him. No, you can do whatever I want. Like that's the thing. That's all I always hate with Cass. Be like, nah, you can't do that, fam. What you gonna do? Tell me? What you gonna tell the Dodgers that I wore Giants out today? Who cares? I'm like, I hate stuff like that. But appreciate you, Erica. Appreciate you, Troy.
So I think like one of the things for me is if you grew up playing video games or you grew up collecting baseball cards or whatever, you might like a team like the Warriors teams from like 95, 96 or whatever that had Spreewell, Billy Owens, all those teams. I loved all those teams. So at that point, I was like, want to see the Warriors do well. But I didn't have no Warriors gear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just collected Spreewell cards.
That was your favorite player, wasn't it?
I mean, Jordan retired, so it's
Remember, I
like
used
you
to
got to
collect
pick
basketball
somebody.
Cards. I used to collect cards.
Yo, Mike is the other way.
Oh, my bad. I used to collect cards.
You pot, right?
Now you see what I go through, deal with it. Got to get this going. One time
his
Tim
own
showed up for an
podcast.
episode. He didn't even have his mic plugged in. I don't need it. I'm like,
do remember
dog,
that. I do
we
remember
need
that.
that mic for a reason.
Right when you said that, I looked to make sure that light was red.
I do remember that.
I know we
Tim
talked
be
about it.
wildin'.
Is that light
Sometimes.
red right here?
He just want to do what he want to do.
Yeah, all the cameras. I'm looking at the cameras too.
But you know, I'm not electronic equipment and all that.
That's
your
why I
thing.
try to make the instructions as simple as possible.
Yep.
I be having to perfect them. And the wife today, I talked to her. I was like, man, I said I had a bad attitude all weekend with her, and she said she kept asking, "Well, you got bad attitude?" I'm like, I'm at Subway eating lunch today. I'm just by myself, and I'm like, I think I got a bad attitude because I'm so stressed out about the podcast. Like, I just don't know if I got it in me to come here and do this and get tripods. And she's like, well, just don't do video. And I'm like, well, yeah, I would. That'd be a piece of cake.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, well, don't do graphics. And I'm like, fam, this is a podcast. Like, people you talk about, my favorite sneaker is a joint that came out in '87. Somebody want to see what that look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you want to see that. Sneakerheads' attention spans is like this. If you could throw a little color and picture on it for them, it'll keep them a little bit longer. Plus, when I post on social media, it's good to see the graphic. Like the question in the graphic, people are like, oh shoot, I can engage with that and participate and whatnot. But anyways, what we doing? Let's get the podcast started. Let's move in talking.
Yeah.
But see, I like this. You guys pod all the time. You guys know how to talk. You know how to do things like that. And like I said, even though the podcast is doing 2 times a month, anybody's welcome to the podcast. As long as you know how to talk, don't come stare at us. All right. Pickups. George, you got any pickups? Actually, no, let's go this way. Tim, you got any pickups lately?
I was going to say, you got to repeat. You got to report what was in that box, unless you already did that.
What box?
The box. Because other than that, I don't.
Oh, I did that a long time ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You did my pickups for me?
Yeah. They were all the same as my pickups.
I mean, I only got one other one, I guess. But
I'm going to talk to him, too, because I'm like, can we talk a little bit more about that stuff? I want to talk about that. I'm going to ask him first.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, Tim, you got any pickups lately?
Yes. New Balance 990 V2 orange Teddy Santis. They were on sale.
What? You talking about the all orange ones?
Yeah.
What were those on sale at?
GOAT 137, I want to say.
Huh?
118, 137 ship.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. The
9.5.
orange, like the original, like one of the, like the orange, the 992 that goes down?
I mean,
Wait a minute.
that price got to be the same still. Check it.
Where'd you get them from?
GOAT.
What's dope?
GOAT.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, GOAT.
I said dope.
GOAT.
I'm like, dope.
And they were on Flight Club, too. Same price.
Really?
9.5, 118.
Look at them. That's one of the only Teddy Santis I like.
The orange ones, I like those. And I got the ones I sent a picture to you.
The basic joints?
Yeah, Gel 1130s.
You like them?
I saw Stephon Diggs, and I had the Greg voice. I need those.
And you got them too.
Yeah.
Dang,
You got 2 pair.
Yeah.
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 Loading up.
They super comfortable.
No Nikes for you no more?
I'm sticking with Nikes.
No, you not.
You ain't
Stick
wearing
on.
Nikes no more.
He ain't Nike no more.
I'm sticking with Nikes. It's been
I
a
know
while.
he put it up. You sent them the list, right? I assume.
Of what? Things to talk about? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm bringing it up early, but we don't got to talk about it yet. But did y'all go to the Kith thing?
I didn't know
We
anything
didn't
about it.
know. I was down. I wish you would have knew about it.
I didn't know anything about it.
We'll talk about it later. But
Okay. We all
I'm
looking at
asking you
waiting.
because I know you buying New Balance. I mean,
Right.
I didn't know anything about it.
I did.
You
I'll
seem
fight it.
so disappointed.
No. It was actually a beautiful thing. True, you got any new pickups? Anything lately?
Yes, I got my entire list for the year, so it's only if I'm gonna be on the podcast, I'm gonna be on the podcast.
All right, well.
So all right, I work for my job. I work in Israel, so I've only been in the USA like 4 weeks this entire year.
Is it dangerous working out there?
Who? I work on an offshore rig out there. I've been going so long that everything gets normal to you. Like it even though how bad it is from how it seems from the news and stuff like that. Now I'm not close to Jerusalem to where things are really, really bad, but the day when the airport shut down and they had the protests all in the streets and stuff, I was scheduled to fly back on land that next day. But if you live out there, it's normal. For us, it is bad, but I'm kind of in the mix of both because I'm out there a lot. So yeah.
you got to take a helicopter to work, like from.
Depends on what platform. There's 3 platforms I work on out there. One platform I have to take a helicopter, and the other 2 I take a boat. One, because 2 of them I actually am considered leaving the country, so I have to go through, have a visa, and do all that stuff. And then the other one,
what you do?
Going to Jordan, or where are you going? Where are they?
So whenever I go to Israel, for the offshore, Herzliya, Haifa, some of the smaller cities, I guess I would say. I mean, I've been to Jerusalem a bunch.
Wait, but what do you do? Like on a rig? With like oil?
Oh yeah, like an
Damn,
oil
you
rig
seen
out there,
that?
yeah,
I
gas
was about
rig.
to
What,
say-
Deep Horizon?
I was about to say
just like
Independence
Deepwater
Day, not
Horizon.
Independence
Exact same
Day.
thing.
What's that one? Yeah, I was about to say, fam, you seen Armageddon? You know what they do?
So you work with
Same
Harry.
thing.
You work with Harry Stamper.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if he like got them. I don't know if he got
Yeah,
like
that
a
big wrench, bro. You got that
that
wrench,
wrench
to
and
carry
you be
around, bro.
cranking that stuff. And
So that's the drill team. I don't do the drilling. The last platform I was on, there was the drill team on there and stuff. It's gotten a lot safer since then. But yeah, Armageddon, Deepwater Horizon. If you watch
Scary,
those, it's
though.
the same thing. Yeah.
So what do you do on the rig? Because I don't even know what you do on the rig.
Dude, I do a pod together, right? cats out of control, though.
Right, I know the people want to hear about the
There's
shoes.
They've been friends since high school.
There's no better time to ask questions than right now.
They've been friends since
I
high
know people
school.
want to hear about shoes and sneakers. I know y'all get a lot of flack for that.
But who cares? Man?
I don't care. I go
This
here.
studio. This is episode
I'm
1,
talking about
basically.
whatever I want.
It don't matter.
Yes, new podcast
We
name.
start over. But back on the rig sounds crazy. You know?
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
it is.
how long you been doing
It
this
is.
for?
For about 10 years.
Oh shoot.
2000.
So you are Harry
That's
Stanford.
crazy.
He's
Yeah,
Harry
you in
Stanford.
the U.S. for a month out of the year total, or to this point?
To this point.
Okay,
I left December 31st, and I stayed out there until March. Came back for a couple of weeks. Had to go back for 3 weeks, and then I've been back for 2 weeks so far.
And you live on that joint, or you
Yeah.
go to the mainland? And
No. You live on
sleep?
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yee.
Dang. That's
Good one.
that. It's not military, nothing, right?
don't-
Nothing.
It's not military, but we do have security on
Really?
it.
Oh, okay. Dang,
Black
that's
site.
crazy. I mean, if a meteor
CIA
come, they
black
gonna
site.
call you. Though.
I seen that movie too. I forgot what it's called, but they had a CIA black site on one of those rigs.
What movie?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Yeah.
It was a
that
B.
up,
It's a
huh?
B movie.
Oh, I thought you wrote it yourself.
A Tubi movie.
Yes, Ricardo was in it.
Tubi movie.
Tubi movies be fire.
No, that's impossible.
No, you know what? I meant to talk about this in the thread, and I forgot, so I'm gonna bring it up right now. All these movies Bruce Willis been in, fam. Number one, you can tell he's going downhill in the
yeah, of
movies.
course.
And number two, some of the worst. You think like Passenger 57 and stuff don't age well, fam.
Passenger 57
These
age
movies,
well.
well, you know what I mean.
I haven't
Movies
seen
from
it in
that
a while.
era. These movies came out last year and don't age
Yeah,
well.
they're bad.
This man was running, and he was like in an open field, and he was going to shoot, and they had the dude run on the screen before. I'm like, if you were in an open field, you could have shot him from like 100 yards away. Why'd you wait till he was right there to shoot
Tubi
him?
is so good and terrible.
That's mad, Eddie. See, I want to watch Tubi videos just to see things like that. You know? I saw this one today, first time ever, and they was like, "Fam, look at this lady pregnant, and her stomach looked like she had a mini basketball. It was crazy. That was in her stomach. He proposed to her, and I was like, I gotta watch Tubi though, because I got it on TV. I got it on there.
It's so often it's
But
good.
Tubi also had Titanic 2 on it. Remember I told you I watched Titanic 2? Was it Tubi?
Titanic
No, maybe it
2?
wasn't on Tubi. Yeah, it was a Titanic 2. Same thing happened. I was like, y'all couldn't hit a mountain? Like, they hit another iceberg.
Same.
That's how the Hangover
It probably was the same day. It was just in a different part of the world.
Yes, that was their backup ship. What pickups you got, True?
So pickups, the Jordan 1, LA to Chicago. Penny 1, Orlando. The Jordan, yeah, you get. I thought you said something about.
No, I'm like, man. Well, the LA to Chicago is the one that wipes off, right?
Right, it wipes
yeah,
off.
Yeah,
Yeah, Chicago.
okay.
Yeah. Penny 1 Orlando's. Of course, the Jordan 3 Reimagined.
Of course.
Jordan 1 Georgetown, which I won in a bet with my wife, and
So she had to buy it for you. You saying?
yeah, we had a bet, and the loser had to buy the other person a pair of shoes up to $350.
Cute.
And you paid $350 for Georgetown 3s?
$334.
Wait, but what do Georgetown 3s go for? Because them joints was sitting.
No, Georgetown 1.
Oh, Georgetown 1.
Georgetown 1.
Oh, the
yeah.
85s?
Yeah.
Oh,
Georgetown
okay.
1.
Oh.
Yeah. No, threes. Nah.
Even they go that high?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And Air Max 97 Undefeated after you said, don't cheat yourself. Get your pair of Air Max 97s. So this is the thing, right? Because I wanted to try them on before I got either a gold bullet or a silver bullet. The Undefeateds were the cheapest ones to be able to grab. So I grabbed the Vote.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'll probably definitely get gold bullet, silver
You
bullet.
ain't got a gold bullet or silver bullet in your collection. I don't know, man. I don't know. You have to reevaluate it. You know what? Only if you running around saying you an Air Max person.
Yeah.
Cats be running around like, yo, I wear Air Maxes. Yo, you got 97 bullets? No. Oh, you ain't no Air Max person. No. You got to have, if you claim to be an Air Max person, you have to have either an OG 90 infrared, a 95 neon, a gold or silver bullet, whichever one. I'm all right with it. And either a red Air Max one or the blue Air Max one. No, to me, if you call yourself an Air Max person, all right, to me. What else you got? That's it?
Yeah, that's it so far.
That's a lot. George, what you got?
Only one thing. SB Jordan 4.
Oh, that's right. You wore it yet?
I think Hannah's bought like 10 things since the last time I bought one thing.
It's real.
Nah, I haven't worn it yet, but I think I'm gonna sell mellow yellows to pay for that one.
Oh, Thunder Force?
Not Thunders, Lightnings.
Oh, Lightning
I'm not-
Force.
I ain't gonna wear that.
Oh, okay. You
got
should.
shock drop?
We ain't gonna wear
Oh,
that.
yeah, I got the shock there. Do y'all get it?
Yeah. I didn't get them.
I didn't get
I
the
got
shoe, but
notification.
I tried immediately, but I didn't get the shoe.
Oh, I didn't even try. I got the thing or whatever, but I was like, we had.
Oh,
them.
I thought you meant you got the shoe.
Nah,
Oh.
I don't know, man. I just, I'm not like right now. My mind with sneakers right now just ain't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to explain it. You know, like
Y'all do taxes yet?
Yeah.
Or have the taxes done for you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We did it.
Well, we just did ours last night. I mean, that's the only reason I'm in a good mood.
Oh, dang, you must have got something back.
Well, not only that, but once they're done, you just like, oh, thank God.
Well, nah, our accountant does it. I ain't doing shit. Or Rocio does most of it. She gets all the receipts together, then the accountant says, sign this and give us our money.
Pickups
It
great?
ain't their money.
Any pickups?
Pickups. Well, yesterday I returned a lot of stuff to Nike.
Hey, criminal.
Nah, because I was like, this stuff is sitting in the closet.
When they ask you
I
when you go
don't
in the
need
store,
it.
let me have your Nike account to return it, you better say no.
I hate that.
I'm gonna ban you to.
See, they say, let me scan your pass. And I'm like, man, I know what that means because then it puts in your thing. You look in your app and it says return to the
Return,
store. And I'm like, I know that be affecting your sneakers stuff like that sometimes.
Do you return shoes or clothes?
Shoes. I returned about 4 pairs yesterday.
4 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
That's
I returned
criminal.
Ugly Duckling, Air Max 1s, Ambush, Air Force 1s, Chanel Jordan 1s, and some other Air Max 1 or something. I was like, get these out of here, man. I looked at how much I paid for them Ambush all black Air Force 1s. Fam, those are just $200 now. Like, come on, fam. A all black Air Force 1 with a white swoosh for $200. I don't know what I was thinking. That joint sitting in the bottom of the closet. I took
And
it
Ambush
back.
the big check, right?
Yeah, the suits that kind of hang off the back. She was like, anything wrong with this? I was like, no, they just suck. She was like, okay. But like I went into the store, fam, stacks of DJ Khaled 5s. I'm talking stacks on this thing. And then LeBron James dunk, the like Fruity Pebble looking one, that red one, stacks of them up. I was like, okay. Went to the back. They had the new green ones that's sitting that just came out. Green 2s, a bunch of golf Jordans, a bunch of 4s. Like, they had everything in there, though.
Which Nike store?
Tanger.
Tanger?
Yep.
Okay.
Right
I was
over
there
there.
yesterday, so yeah.
Yeah, they had everything, and I was
Ain't
like,
been in a while.
They had a big
Lord
sale this
have mercy.
weekend on a lot of sneakers. Like, what is it, Soul Links?
Oh yeah, so it's been a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so this weekend, a lot of like prominent sneakers, like you say, that you thought either sold out or didn't, or would have sold out.
On sale.
on sale,
Oh yeah, you had me on the I'm a year 12s.
Yeah, those were on sale.
And I thought about it, but I'm like, it's a 12. I can't do nothing with a 12.
I like 12.
I like 12s. I could rock. I'm a taller, bigger guy,
So you
12s,
can. And George
13s,
could too. See, he'll
stuff
take
like
advantage
that.
of it. See, I'm too short for a 12.
See, I like 12s.
I love 12s. Like I got
Like the
flu
flu
games.
games? Oh.
I got flu games and I got
Yeah,
cherries.
1997. Huh?
But I can't now. My body is different.
When the last time you wore 12s?
Whew.
Either of y'all,
Probably
both of y'all.
Grays. Unless
Which
you
ones?
wore flu games.
Oh no, I had
Yes, it
public
was.
schools. Public
Yeah,
schools.
Grays.
They were fire.
I wore them to somebody's house, and then I was like, "These are weird." And then
I wore my flu games this year, actually.
I don't know what
This
happened to
year?
them. Your soul still good on them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My flu games, the soul's kind of weird.
What about you, George? Last time you wore?
Probably 1997. Not even joking. I've had every single one of the main ones too. Sold them all. Playoffs, taxis.
Had taxes.
I kind of want the cherries.
Did we?
I got cherries.
I think I want the cherries.
Playoffs. Oh, you said playoffs already.
Did
Well, we had French Blues. Blue French, whatever they're called.
I don't know if I can say
Blues,
it. Are we allowed to say it?
Which one?
Did we pre-order anything?
I don't know, man. That don't matter anymore, I don't think. Who knows, huh?
Well, yeah, that's what you said you were going to ask him about that.
Who knows, man? But
So
other
as of
than
late,
that,
y'all mainly wear low tops?
I mainly wear Vans.
Yeah, you have Vans on now.
I've been wearing, well, I will say this. My Lost and Found ones, I've been wearing those in the
Oh,
ground.
so you haven't, okay.
I haven't worn mine yet.
I love them. I love those. I wore those in the ground. But lately, I wear a lot of Adidas, to be honest with you. I wear a lot of Pharrell stuff, like sneakers. I buy all the Jordans and stuff like that, but I wear Pharrells mostly in Vans. That's my go-to. Like, I'll throw a pair of Jordans on, like the Reimagined 3s.
Yeah.
I didn't even go ahead and throw these on. I was like, these don't look good on me, but I got them, so I took them back. I was going to take back Fire Red 3s.
Wait, what?
You took
them
the
back?
threes back?
No, I didn't take them back.
Oh.
I thought about it.
Oh, you put them back.
I mean, I put them back. Sorry,
Okay,
put them
okay.
back in the closet. I was like, put these on? Like, nope.
Oh, you mean you took them back to your room?
Yeah, I was like, I still
was
look
like,
off on
man,
threes. Still look off on threes. I put them back. They look like sandwiches on my feet. Like,
See, here's the thing. Those right there, And honestly, like I probably should put Amanier 3s in the same category. I should have never sold those just because the aesthetic is that good. Same thing with Reimagined 3s. I don't mind selling Lightning 4s because it's like, what are you going to wear that with? I'm old, man. I'm about to be 45 in a couple of years.
Yeah, but hold on. But once you get to
threes, you can wear it because it's just a white shoe.
No, hold on.
Like,
once you get to a certain age, you don't have to match your sneakers. With
no. That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about where are you going to wear yellow shoes to?
To the bar to yell at the Raiders.
Nah, fam. Not.
You
not
go out
like
more than
that.
me.
Nah, I mean, I go to. I don't
Vegas?
Go out means like you out till 2, 3 a.m. I don't do that. I go. The game ends at 10 or whatever. By 11, I'm tired. I'm going home.
Yeah, but that's going out for me.
Yeah.
I go nowhere.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Whatever.
All right.
Every time you send a picture from Chandler Mall and parties and this, that, and the other,
sun be up.
You sent a picture from the mariachi backyard at 3 a.m.
I ain't wearing them in no backyards.
I'm just saying, you be out.
Yeah, out.
Yeah. Same thing for you, George. Mainly low tops as of late.
I haven't even worn the Jordan 1 High in forever. I still have DS that he gives me grief about. What's those ones? That
Red.
Bruce got me.
You got everything. Oh, mochas.
Yeah,
you're a lame.
You haven't worn your mochas?
He had to. He needed mochas.
I think it was like the mocha thing was like COVID was. He gets mad at me when I blame COVID, but it was like hit at the right time or the wrong time or whatever for like. People just stopped going out, and then once I was used to it for 2 years or whatever, and not going out, I was like, "Oh, I'm good. I don't need to go out no more and go to the bar and be out late because we used to be out late every weekend.
Yeah,
wow.
Like not like thought late, but like just out. We weren't doing thought activities. I've been married and in a relationship for a long time, but like we would be out. And Hannah and my wife was working Friday nights at the pizzeria. And when COVID hit, they had to reduce staff, obviously. So she was just a part-time employee. So she was like, "Here, you can have my hours," and like gave them to the full-time employees.
Yeah,
oh, that's nice.
So on Friday nights, normally I would go with friends to watch games and stuff because she'd be at work anyways. So once she stopped, then we would just be at home, or we'll go dinner or whatever. But we ain't going out.
I be wearing, in order to wear my sneakers, I gotta wear them to do things that don't make any sense. Like, I'll unds a pair of sneakers to like coach my son's team, or like we talked about before. Like, I've unds sneakers to go golfing in. Like, I'll never wear these. So like, I'm like, you know what? Let me just wear it now and just get it out the way. Like, cats will see me like playing soccer, and I'll be playing soccer in Lightning 4s. Like, I've literally played soccer in Lightning 4s. Like, and they're like, yo, you playing in those? But I'm not gonna do anything else with these. But like at the exact same time, when you get solidified in sneakers, it don't matter. Like,
you'll talk.
But that's like everybody. Like, it don't matter. They be like, I'll be like, yeah, I got at them. Like, it don't matter. You know what I mean? You don't got to prove anything to nobody anymore. It's like, if I wanted to say, you know what, I don't need these Reimagined 3s and give them to somebody else or sell them or do something like that, like, what does it make a difference? Like, the closet is stupid. It's stupid packed. It's ridiculous. Like, I put my jeans on and I'm like, oh, man, but I'm going to put these taxi ones on the day, put them on. No thanks, Vans. Put them back on them every single time. Anyway, George, we'll come out this week. You remember how to do this?
Yep.
You sure? Look at that. We ain't even started with topics yet. Y'all copping Galaxies? No, we're gonna talk about it.
Remember, I found the calendar button on GOAT. Right.
All right, so I wanted to ask you because every time y'all do this, I'll be trying to follow along. So you open up GOAT. I'm like, man, where did you get
so
these
what
lists
I
from?
noticed is because I used Greg's laptop one time.
Okay.
If you use the laptop on StockX, that's probably the best way because you can filter.
Oh yeah.
You can sort it by release date on some new thing on the. Maybe they even have a newer website now, but. Last time I figured out on a laptop, you can sort the StockX screen, and you can't do the same thing on the app.
Okay.
So that's probably the best way to do it, honestly. But GOAT, I just open it up and click calendar. I think the problem is GOAT stuff isn't necessarily like sorted correctly. Like,
so it's better
you can
online
change
than
it?
it is on the app.
I think so.
Got you.
It is. It's different.
All right, so I open up GOAT. I scroll over to calendar.
Yeah, I just click on calendar, and then I just look at what's on the calendar. And some of the stuff is not necessarily like coming out in the U.S. But
overseas
sometimes. It's just like a topic. It's a talking point. You know what I mean?
Right,
I'll say something and then they'll be like, and that shit ain't coming out here, and then they'll start a discussion. You know what I mean? Like, so that's just the way
why
I
I tell
look
people:
at it.
if you getting your release dates from us, you ain't copying. You ain't getting a pair. Like,
We don't have no producers feeding us information in the earpiece.
You ain't getting them, buddy.
We got a cell phone and a dream, fam. That's it.
real.
And Greg don't even have a dream no more.
You're right. My dream is just to get through the day.
G-Dragon golf swing shoe. I don't know what you want to call it. What do you want to call it?
Not a golf shoe.
I know, but it's a golf spat 1920s swing dance shoe.
I like it, though.
Or 1950s, man.
I'm okay with it, though. I got some chinos that would go with it.
All right.
Some lived-ins.
You going to leave the flap on it?
Yeah, that's the whole point of those. Them is fire with the flap.
Damn, if you don't stop.
All
All
right.
right, G-Dragon Nike something collab. I don't know what it, I mean, you can
Kwando.
read the model, but I don't know what that means.
Yin Yang.
Howl Studios A6 Gel 11, what is it? 1130 Forest.
Fire.
Kind of fire, yeah.
Super fire.
Colorway.
I ain't giving them a full 50 though.
Is that what they cost?
On GOAT.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's got to be a regular release. Well, I don't know what this Final Fantasy is. Is that a Puma?
It looks like a Puma.
It's a Puma.
Is it a basketball collab with someone's
Court Rider. I mean, Final Fantasy is a video game. So.
Oh, no, I know that, but Court Rider, is that what's her name? Shoe?
Lindsey Vonn.
Okay.
I don't know her name.
What's her name? She actually just got
Stewie
MVP
Griffin.
of the Euro League too.
Stewie.
Yeah, Stewie Head. She got MVP of the Euro League like first time that whatever team she's with has ever won the Euro League. I was like, what? Why would she go? Anyways, why would you go to a team that's never won it before? But I guess she proved them wrong. I don't know. Your favorite shoe of the year? Ja coming out?
Suck. They don't suck. They just beneath Ja. Like Ja's electric.
Everyone obviously forgot about everything he did, so it was just
Not
swept
really,
up.
because I
think
mean he broke his hand now. Now it's like, fam, you out busting guns and tackling
Yeah,
kids.
ain't no parades in those cities now.
Yeah, like I'm like, okay, they got to get to the Western Conference Finals
based
now.
on social media I've seen, it's been swept under the rug. There's been other complaints about other people
Well, I mean, you know,
since.
Things in this
The
time
news
and age
cycle
don't
is
last
short.
long.
yeah. I mean, now everybody talking about Draymond last night stepping on what's his name's stomach. Like,
Did you see what I put on Instagram? Tell me.
It looked like to
It
me
looked
like
crazy.
Draymond in his head was actively like, I'm gonna stomp on him, and then halfway through he was like, okay, I'll just jump, because he definitely didn't put his like full weight down on him. You know
I
what
thought
mean? It
Sabonis was
like-
playing it a little much. I'm
You
like,
got to. You
hey,
got
what?
to.
You gotta sell it.
Yeah.
Sabonis, he was kind of writhing a little bit much for me.
Oh, see, I didn't see the part after that. He was on the ground,
Yeah. for a long
Writhing.
time, yeah.
like a soccer player.
They had to get him up. Like he didn't get up on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, like to me, when I watched it, it didn't. Fam, he didn't put his full weight on you. He definitely went with his foot like that, like a stomp.
Right.
But then once you could almost see like it, like all right, let me not do the full stomp. He
right.
like did that little hop, little goofy, whatever. It was.
It looked ridiculous. That's what was funny. What else come out?
I'm not even gonna bring up the ACG because that's Run the Jewels, Nike SB pack. Both suck to me. I probably wore the low if someone gave
like
it to
the
me for free.
I like the purple.
You like the pink ones?
Yeah.
Pink.
Look, shout out
Mm.
Run the Jewels, but no thanks.
I don't listen to any Run the Jewels music. Anybody?
That's the 420 shit.
I mean,
right?
it's not necessarily for you.
They're not
though.
featured on nobody's stuff. No.
Like Run the Jewels is like that's a Rico.
Okay.
That's like a perfect Rico.
Yeah, he listens to stuff like
music.
that. The pink one is better than the blue one, but
Killer Mike, by the way, is one of the greatest MCs of all time to me, and LP is a great producer, but like he's not. It's to me, it's a weird grouping of people.
seems
Like
to work.
LP was like 100% underground company flow stuff that you would never ever put in the mainstream of hip hop, and then you have someone who, I guess Killer Mike was kind of underground in the South, but like he's been on some big songs too, like you know what I
like
mean?
Dungeon Family.
Yeah, so
I
it was
remember,
like to me it's a weird.
With that
I
Kryptonite song,
guess it
Big
works
Boy.
to get with them, but some of the songs they have I like, but for the most part, like I wouldn't go to a concert and sing along. It's just too many weird songs.
Sing along.
I'm just saying, like sometimes you go to the concert, like fam. When I told you I went to Chappelle and Black Star came out, yeah, we was standing up singing along. When's the last time anybody seen Black Star perform together? And it was the only show of the tour I think they did. Why would they pick Phoenix? I was like,
I can't remember the last time I went to a concert.
Ooh. Sheesh.
And you weren't expecting Black Star though, so that's
no,
why
they
it was like
wasn't
oh,
on the billing. I was like, wait a second, what's most depth? Because it was dark too. They like turned the lights out and you could see the people walking out, and I was like, wait, I'm pretty
been to
sure
a
that's
concert
Squad
this
League.
year.
What the fuck's going on here?
Probably nobody. I mean, this year's still new. I don't remember the last concert.
Oh, I'm
I
going to see
was
Larry June. Hey.
I've never heard a Larry June
I
song.
love Larry.
I thought
June.
maybe they would come out and like do like ha ha blah blah and then do like a song. They did like 40 minutes.
Oh wow,
Oh,
That's
Ooh.
crazy.
Yeah.
that's a good set.
Yeah.
I don't know. Last concert I've been to?
Last one I went to was Kendrick Lamar.
But it wasn't a concert. That's the thing. It was a comedy show. And like that just was. But with Chappelle, that's kind of what you get. Like,
Yeah.
remember he did that
Right.
thing in Brooklyn or whatever? Like,
I think the last concert I've been to was, I think, Rockefeller tour.
oh, yeah,
I'm not even
Summer
joking.
Jam 2001.
No, I'm not joking. Like, I can't remember the last time I went to a concert.
I've never been to one of those like festival type things.
Oh,
like Summer
no,
Jam
I'm not
or
built for
like
that.
festival or whatever.
You been?
I wanted to go to Coachella, but I know my wife wouldn't enjoy it because I always wanted to get a chance to experience Coachella.
Well, fam, you don't gotta sleep on the ground like the 22-year-olds do. You can go get a hotel and just go for the day.
Yeah, but see, if I go
You could
something
have
like
a
that,
slightly different experience.
yeah, but I got it. Like them hotel prices and everything out there, they're like, and I only stay in 4.5 stars.
Yeah, but
so.
fam, you went to Paris, so let's not talk about spending.
I
You
stayed
save money for whatever you're gonna do.
4.5 to 5 stars.
So you ain't camping. Ain't no Coachella.
Heck no.
Don't tell me you wanted to. Is that why you say she wouldn't do it?
She wouldn't do it in regards to the activity that's out there.
Just listen to music. I'm about to do LSD or something. Fam, what
But
do you-
no, but I know it's gonna be a bunch of drunk, high, musty people just
Oh,
roaming
yeah.
around.
Yeah, I don't like that stuff either. No. Like I don't like being muddy for no reason. But like,
yeah, that's stupid.
if you hang out outskirts, it ain't like that. But
Yeah.
if you in like the depths, I guess you know.
Don't mosh pit me either.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no! I don't know how
I'm the
Rico be
wrong
doing
person.
that. No,
Yeah, I ain't
there's
doing
no
no mosh
way.
pit.
Rico
I
be
be-
mosh pitting?
Oh, Rico be in there.
That's the thing. He
He
listens
be diving
to
on
everything.
stage and stuff
He
like that.
listens to like all hip hop, but then he listens to like Megadeth and stuff too,
I'm not
like
doing no
like
mosh pit.
metal, like
Yeah,
heavy metal.
and then he be at Taylor Swift shedding a tear.
yeah, he
like no
listens
joke.
to everything. He don't. I mean, he's like a true artiste.
He's an actual like thespian. Like he's a like what's
Shout
it
out
called?
Rico.
Renaissance man. Like Rico's an actual Renaissance man. Rico will be shedding a tear like
him,
this and then jumping off a
Thelonious
stage
Monk, and
somewhere
what's his
else.
name? What's that classic man? I forgot it. Jadena.
Yeah,
Him,
Jadena. What happened to
Thelonious
Jadena?
Monk. Me and Hannah heard a
Man.
new song of his on the radio the other day.
Is it good?
I mean,
well,
All I know is Classic Man. That's the only song.
that's
I know.
all I know.
I was excited for it when it came out because he had another song that was fire too. That was like, did he have a song with Mobb Deep or something? Like it was a collab you wouldn't expect, but the
I think it
song
was
was
Kendrick.
fire.
They got
that
a
what it
Kendrick
was?
one maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Wasn't he a blood or a crip? I'm serious. I thought he was a crip.
I don't know, man.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
You should bring up that Crittenden, that stuff you texted about Crittenden because that was actually
He'll
kinda
be out
funny.
soon. That's my brother.
All right. There's a 556 or 576 New Balance collabs coming out. Run the Burrows times made in England. I don't know what that is.
London Marathon.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
2 other 576s coming out. Pale Mauve and Monk's Robe. That sounds weird. Women's Dunk Low Vintage Red, which actually kind of nice.
Super fire. The vintage green, vintage blue, and the vintage
blue
red.
and- it's like
Fire.
the same thing, yeah.
I tried for the shock drop when it happened the first time, but I haven't tried since. But
Prices
I
aren't
didn't
bad
get it.
though. It looks like prices are like one. Yeah, I mean for a one, my wife's a 9.5. They don't basically retail 131. It's not bad. Russet Potatoes, Future Movement, Air Hamara. I don't know if you
Fire.
heard about that.
I like those.
You're not copping.
Nope.
Jordan 1 High Washed Pink.
Y'all like those? You should talk to the mic, Tim.
Oh,
Okay, out of control.
I'm glad it's somebody else's responsibility today. Yes.
Mike, like this. No thanks. Like, okay.
no, I wouldn't.
You like
mess
them
with
wash pinks?
Nah, I wouldn't wear them.
I don't like them either.
I
When
like the
first saw,
wash.
They're fire to me. I mean, I'm not wearing it, but they're fire to me.
when I first saw them, I was like, ooh. But then after a while, you're
We
like,
saw a different picture.
ugh,
It wasn't confirmed.
them whack. Them for newborn babies. Though.
They're not whack. It's
They
just
whack.
you ain't wearing it.
Right.
They whack.
Women's Dunk Low Premium Neutral Olive. What's the date today? Today's 18th.
Them alright.
Tax day.
Seem like everything's a women's sneaker.
Shout out Uncle Sam. I'll punch you in the face. Air Jordan 13 Black Flint.
Fire.
I like them, but I wouldn't get them.
Yeah, I'm not paying no $220 for that.
Whack.
13s aren't wearable.
Okay, 13s are wearable. They're more wearable than 12s.
No, they're not. They're wearable for Michael Jordan. I mean, for him on the court.
I like 13s a lot. But that is one of the Jordans I feel like took a decline.
I mean, the like baby size looks fire. I mean, like, what do you want?
I guess I'm so near. Blue Flint is so near and dear to the heart that I feel like they're disrespecting it by putting the black Flint on it.
I mean, it's like what's the military blacks? It's kind of like that.
Those are fire.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's the same thing. Like Flint black, Flint blue, military blue, military black. I think they did okay on them, but I feel like you could have did any
Do
color.
we have those?
Yeah,
but like still, I don't even know if I have those. I don't think I have them anymore.
I don't know. Who knows?
You still have them?
Mm-hmm.
I have to look and see if I still have those. Women's Dunk Low Premium Soft Pink.
They're nice for women.
It's a whack week of releases.
Leather, leather or suede? Oh, leather. Those are kind of like the Air Max ones that you copped. I told you to cop, but you bought the wrong one that you.
Lames. Them joints suck.
Not the
I'm stuck with those forever.
The sale ones don't suck.
They suck.
No, they don't.
It's like this pack of Air Max ones that came out like 4 years ago, and it was like light lavender, light pink, and sale. Them joints suck. He was swearing up and down about. Now I bought the wrong color.
Yes, I have the all sale one.
They
Those joints
suck.
are fire. You smoking ding dongs?
Joints suck.
Smoking baloney ponies. Shadow 6000 mushrooms. I know Rico's copying.
Tim too.
Nah, I'm gonna pass on them. I like the color, but I'm gonna pass on them.
Fire.
I feel like there's too many things that's that color. Like, Saucony suck.
Just like a grouping of Reeboks coming out. I'm just read them all together.
Don't do it. Don't even
There's
bother.
an Iverson, a pump Iverson.
Yeah, they
Now
Leave
this
it alone.
Pump Iverson, I'm not mad at this Pump Iverson. The problem is it's about 15 years too late. Huh? Like it actually don't look that bad. The mix of the D Browns with the
They look
Iverson.
very similar to Tim shoes.
Yeah, it's
obviously Tim has
those.
black pump on.
It's the D Browns mixed with the question.
Ah, got you. Okay.
And they don't look that
Listen,
bad.
somebody should wear them in a game, but no one needs to wear them after the game. Okay?
I agree with George on that.
They look fire. They would look super fire with like a tall basketball player playing in a game. But after the game, nah, fam, you put on your slim shoes and keep it moving. You know?
The only Reebok pumps I like are the D Brown, the black ones. Them the only ones I like.
I like the court ones, the Michael Chang's.
Legendary shoe.
Those and Michael Chang's.
Yeah, tennis balls. But it's a different model, though, I think.
Yeah, it's a different model. I mean, similar to the D Brown, but it's a different model.
Shaq Victory Pump. It's black and it's Orlando colorway. Black and
No, this is the mix of the Michael Chang's with the Shaqs. That's what they did.
okay, so
So that's why the tongue says
Reebok
tennis. on it.
times Orlando Magic.
You done with these? These releases is trash. Though.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's
It. I think Travis Scott's come out next week, right?
Yep.
Olives.
Going for
Oh, are we gonna start doing
Yeah,
that
go
since
for
we're
it.
only gonna do 2 shows a month? That's what we're gonna do now.
Damn, I don't know, man.
Travis
There's so
Scott-
much work getting this pod started.
Travis
today.
Scott lames are coming out after in the week. No, they're lame.
Them olive ones?
They're lame. It should have been more olive. Why I don't get it?
What do you need more olive
More
for?
olive meat.
The swoosh is olive. That's the most important thing on the shoe.
Damn, don't sit here and tell me the swoosh is the most important thing on the
It's
shoe.
backwards. That's the most important thing on a Travis Scott shoe.
Yes, on the first one, not 5 years later.
On every Travis Scott shoe, on a Jordan 1, the most important part is the backward swoosh.
To you just made that up.
No, I didn't. That's period. That's what makes the Travis Scott the Travis Scott. The
I agree.
most
But that's
important part of a Travis Scott is the backward swoosh.
Travis Scott has had plenty of shoes with backward swooshes that were whack.
All Jordan. No, they had. No, which
They were
ones?
all
Yes, he
Jordans,
has.
Which ones? Well, the Air Max ones is kind of.
Thank you. And the
those are
all black
trash.
one.
The all
Trash.
black one in person?
No,
Fire.
trash. And then there was another one before that. I can't remember because I haven't been on the podcast. since
Fragment
then.
highs are not whack, but they're not better than the low.
True, you going for the olive ones, Lowe's?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Okay.
If I don't
They're
get 'em,
women.
then I'm
So
dead,
the problem is that like I don't know how far.
But they
What
got
size you wear?
No, they got
I wear
extended
11,
sizes.
so 12 and a half for
extended?
women.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I-
he's good.
We both 9 and a
I
half.
seen,
Yeah. You trying?
Nah, I'm probably not.
I seen
Tim's not wearing Nikes anymore.
I do.
Oh,
wear
that's
Nikes.
right.
Just done with him.
Saucony.
I seen Jordan 1 gods say they had to do the extended sizes. I seen a
Mr.
box
Love
that
ones?
said 15 and a half. So
Oh.
You wearing for him, George?
I mean, if I'm awake, assuming I'm awake on Sneakers app, I'll try just to flip. But I'm gonna be honest with people, I'm not gonna wear it.
You're not wearing them. You wearing them if you get them great.
They suck.
Yeah. I mean, I don't own any. Like I own 0 Travis Scott, so I'm like,
Oh, really?
I get one, I gotta keep it. You know what I mean?
got unless you sold them, you got
all of
olives.
6.
Yeah,
That's it. But I don't wear 6s like that. 6 is the greatest joint of all time to me, but I don't know. Not now, man. My gyms are tight.
It is wild, like the time difference. I live in Louisiana, so for sneakers 9:00, but for y'all it's like 7. With it being a 2-hour difference, that's crazy early. You got to set an alarm.
What time they drop in Israel?
5 p.m.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've worn a couple of shoes in Israel. I'm getting off of work and.
What sneakers like in Israel? Is there such thing up there?
No.
Oh, nothing at all? Really?
Everything is like secondhand. I mean, I have some videos. And
I've
stuff
seen you post videos of like that.
A lot of people wear Converse. Converse is probably the main thing. A lot of people wear Adidas. That's probably the 2 major brands out there in Israel.
Oh, okay.
Not too many people wear Nike like that. Of course, soccer's huge out there, right? So they're not far from the UK and stuff like that. So Adidas is probably the number 1 brand out there.
Oh, okay.
But as far as heat and stuff like that, very rarely you'll see people with Jordans. I definitely do a double take because it's so rare. And it's more of, they kind of have the clothes and style to dress with it. Of course, a lot of people out there do want to be Americanized, so they do try to dress like us as much as they can and stuff like that. But
and they got FUBU.
Is it not?
Echo. They got Mark Echo.
A lot of stuff. They do get a lot of stuff late. So, yes, a lot of those styles that they would have later than us. Like, it's really like a time
they
capsule.
saw was How High.
That's funny.
555 Soul.
But is the culture in Israel not like Europe, though? Because Europe, like, there's a lot of fashion and runners and stuff. Like, obviously, they're not doing, Jordan 1s and stuff like that.
It's different because of the lifestyle and climate. A lot of people wear boots because it's a desert. And what I'm about to say sounds crazy, but you can get into a war anytime. Like, so you got to be ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the only time for us, you got to be ready
Facts,
when you're leaving the club.
That's why you don't go to the airport or you don't go to the club wearing no flip-flops, no slides, no Crocs, nothing.
I had to
just
tell Tim that.
in case.
I had to tell Tim that.
Fam.
I do wear slippers in the grocery store.
In pivotal times, he's out here in flip-flops and like, dog, what if something happened? You just going to be sitting there and try to flip.
Yeah. I mean, barefoot.
How often are you like in the city or something? Like in West Bank or?
So whenever I land in the city and then whenever we leave and stuff. So I've been going back and forth for 7 years. So that's the only time.
You ain't never felt like
scared?
Yeah,
like you ain't never felt like it's like a time to be shook or whatever.
I never did. I guess I just would talk to the locals and they would seem cool with it. So I just kind of flow with it. Now, if they start tripping, it's a big deal. But then again, that might not be the best people to rely on because out there in Israel, after high school, everybody's required to go to the military.
Yeah.
So everybody is military. They're built for it.
F that.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely have a different mentality than we do. Like
correct.
For the most part, I would say most people I know just would like to see the conflict solved. They're not like hard line on one side or the other.
Yeah.
Clearly, when you're there, one side is a hard line on one side and the other side is hard line on the other side because they live in it. You know what I mean? So
I don't eat Kit Kats, but these are good.
Kit Kats
all them Kit Kats from Japan are good.
Nah, the one that Skate sent us, 50-50.
I
Told me it was
want to
crazy,
say it was
yeah.
higher than that. Like they might have some nasty ones, but
This one
for
right
the
here,
most
though,
part, it's
this is
pretty
good.
What flavor is it?
Looks like wheat then. It got like wheat on it. There. Kith came in town for Arizona.
I'm gonna need you to learn Japanese so you could translate. Man.
So let me tell you about Kith coming here, right?
Yeah.
Now look, I try to make time as much as I can for things like this. Kith comes in town, you gotta go. I say this because it may be the first and maybe the last time. You know what I mean? Did I like the shoes? I liked them. I thought they were cool. It was more or less like I'm going to buy them just because Kith is in town. They got nothing to do with that. Now, look, the whole thing was, like, I thought, once I found out, I seen Ronnie Fieg put it on Instagram, and I said, oh, okay, well, Frank Lloyd Wright, whatever. That was the whole sneaker collaboration thing. Frank Lloyd Wright is a famous architect and whatnot. I'm thinking, 200 people. It got close to around 700, maybe a little bit more.
That many people?
No, it was packed. By the time, so what happened was, and look, I ain't been outside in a minute. Like when you really think about when the last time you was in a sneaker line, you just like all the memories flood back, all your rules that all your survival instincts go out the window.
Yeah.
So like I was like, I'll get there. They said they opened the gate to 8:30. I was like, I'll get over there about 8:00. I'm thinking like it may be me and a few other people. I get over there at 8:00. I go by the place and I make a U-turn. I didn't even look. I was like, let me go get a Starbucks. I made a U-turn and went back to Starbucks. I didn't even look, right? I drove right past it. Didn't even look up the hill. Starbucks came back around, went up the hill. I was like, what the? I was like, wait a minute. Why are all these cars here? Cars just down the hill, in the woods, in the trees, on the sides. I'm like, fam, I know these cars, they better be coming here to hike or for a tour because I know they not here for this sneaker. I know it, right? So I just keep driving through all of them. Man, I see all these young nerds like jumping out their cars like, hey, where you going? Like I'm cutting the line, right? I just blazed all the way through to the front of the line. I'm the very first one. I don't give a shit. The Scottsdale police came through and like he had enough because cars was in the neighborhoods. I had no idea people were in the neighborhoods waiting and stuff like that. I drove all the way to the front. Here comes some guy, got tattoos on his arm. He got a fresh pair of Ray-Bans on. He's like, hey, buddy, come here, buddy. Hey. You're not first. You need to make a U-turn and go to the very end of the line. And I was like, huh? I was like, let me through. He was like, make a U-turn and go to the end. I was like, oh, my God. So then all the cars came up. I had to go back down the hill, a U-turn in the intersection, then get back to the end of the line. All the cars went through, and we had to sit in this line for about, 15 minutes till they opened the gate. When I got there, he had a clicker. It was at 300-something when I was there. Fam. I got in there, parked, got in the line. Line wasn't too bad, right? Now, this is what I felt bad, right? Because this was an opportunity that I think Frank Lloyd Wright Foundation and all this stuff, they thought this was an opportunity to get people to come care about Frank Lloyd Wright and get a tour. I felt bad for them, though. Now, this is what I will say, though. We talked about on the podcast before. It wasn't just sneakerheads there. It was people who really loved Frank Lloyd Wright. They were architect students. Yeah. Like, people in line were, like, in their 50s and 60s. Like, there were some old people in there. Like, I thought it was, like, a mom with, like, her son or a kid. No, she was there because she loves Frank Lloyd Wright. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we in the line, and, like, no joke, hands down, one of the best sneaker releases I've ever been to in my entire life. It was organized. Now, it could have been this was a far Scottsdale, so it could have been the clientele. Now, if this was in the inner city, I don't know why I keep saying inner city. It was in, South Side or somewhere like that, it probably would have been turned out a little different. But I felt bad for the employees because the employees were so nice, and they're like, hey, guys, this way. Frank Lloyd Wright was born in. We was like, man. They're like, what are you has anybody been here before? When you're done, take a map, take a tour. I'm like, buddy, ain't nobody taking no tour, buddy. Especially if you don't get the sneaker, you ain't gonna take no tour. Yeah. So like we get there, and and shout out to the homies. I can't remember his name. Dang it! But came up say he love the podcast, and a couple other people say they love the podcast. But I appreciate you very, very much.
You're a celebrity out here.
Come on the show. He owns this shop in Scottsdale Mall. Shout out to the homie Darius. They always have it on in the room. I can't remember his name. I feel bad not remember his name. But I'm in the line, and it's moving pretty good, and like we get inside. But like I thought, like, oh wow, when you see a door, you think like I'm almost there. Oh no. You get to the door, then it went down the thing, around the corner, up the hill, up the stairs. Like, it was far. By the time I got up there, they had already sold the display. Now, this is where I have a problem with people in etiquette and sneaker lines.
Sold the display like a cutout of Ronnie Fieg?
No, like
what you talking about?
They had to go get the sneakers that were on display and sell them. Like that's how they were at that point already, right? Yeah. Now, this is what I hate about like sneaker etiquette, right? When you get to the front of the line, they told you everything you wanted to know. Hey, we got only this size left. We got this many pairs left. They were just giving the information out. People were copping and wasn't coming back to the line to say nothing. Like, they didn't say, hey, gang, they only got size 10. They weren't saying nothing, right? Yeah. So it was like this mystery. And the employees knew better because they knew if they would have said something, we would have left. Because they still like, hey, but when you get to the front, go up the hill, take a tour. And we're like, thank you very much, but we're not taking no tour. So we get to the front. And by the time I get to the front, and there was some snakes in there too. Cats drove from California, right? They like reseller cats, right? Yeah. So they just they bought like some pairs that weren't their size. By the time I got to the front, they only had 8, 7, 7.5 left in the colors, right? So I bought the 8 and dude in front of me, hey, I'll give you $20 extra for it, whatever. He's a reseller. And at first I was going to do it. But I don't know why, because I was just more like, I wasn't mad that I didn't get it. I bought a shirt. I didn't care. You charged to the game. It was a beautiful day out there. Like, it was like, I came, I went, maybe the first and last time Kith come to Arizona, I did it. I'm good on it. And Rondell's going to come to the studio this week. Me and Joy already talked about it. Add it to the show. So I got the pair, and then I was like, forget this. Like, I went to the line. I said, hey, who was a size 8? Oh, I do. Hey, here retail. Just give me the money. You got it. You ain't got to wait in line no more.
That's what's up.
I went out the building. The line was wrapped. I'm talking wrapped. I was like, fam, I know this line did not get longer. Ooh. Fam, it must have been about another good 250, 300. It was packed. And I was like, and I told him, I wanted to say, everybody look at me. Ain't no more. It was like, 13, buddy. 13 was gone when they opened the gate. Like, there is nothing. I said, the last thing I heard was a size 7 and a 7.5. And if you out here, you ain't getting it. Even if you want to try to resell it or whatnot. They was like, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for telling me. I'm like, but you know what it was?
Thank you so much.
It was still that mentality of like, even when we used to be in sneaker lines, and somebody would come out and tell you valid information, but you didn't want to believe it.
Right.
I said, hey, look at me. There is a 7 and a 7.5, and there's about 150 people ahead of you. You ain't getting it. They were like this. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go see myself. All right, man. You've been waiting in this line a long time. I said they got plenty of T-shirts. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, it was a cool event. It was cool. The sneakers was fire, good, and it was $220. The best part about it, no tax on the shoes, so it was $220 even for the shoes. T-shirt was $65 even. Like it was like. It was perfect. So, like, I got no complaints about it. You know what I mean? A little bit early, but every employee said, boy, we didn't expect this. Because I had talked to them ahead of time, and they said, whatever pairs we don't sell, we're going to put them in the gift shop. And I said, oh, I started thinking to myself, cool, they don't expect nobody. It was way overwhelming for them. Like, they were so excited to see people there. Yeah. I don't know how many people did tours or whatnot, but I know the people that didn't get a pair of sneakers didn't do a tour. So, I left. But shout out to them. I appreciate it. It was dope. And maybe Kith will come back, something different.
Did they have snacks out there at least?
Nothing for you.
Nothing for you.
Nothing for you. They had history on Frank Lloyd Wright, and that was it. But I made I don't want to call them friends, but I was actually I was talking to people. Like, I don't be talking to cats like that. I think the homie name is Jesse or Justin. I can't remember. Me and him talked the entire time behind me, architect students. They're like, yeah, we're about to graduate and build a house and stuff, whatever they build. Yeah. So,
how long did you stay in line? Like, how long did that process go?
Well, I was probably about an hour, maybe.
Okay, so you was out there.
I was outside for a minute. It was cool, but it was good weather. You know what I mean? You do that next week, heck no, it's gonna be 100 plus here.
It's gonna be a little warm.
But anyway, it was cool with me. Union 1, who copping?
So, at first I was like, I need to see him in person. Now that I seen more pictures, they not bad to me.
Fire.
Stop it.
They not bad.
Fire.
They not bad.
Them joints is all right.
They suck.
And you put the yellow laces in them?
Them joints is
they not bad.
Frankenstein's monster.
Them joints is all right. A lot of people just don't have that history of understanding Footscape. Now, if you would have said...
Footscapes kind of suck too.
Well, yeah, they do. But... if you would have said make a combination of a sneaker, I would have never in a million years.
I'm not mad that they did this because they're trying to be innovative. Just like they did with the first one. They chopped 2 shoes into 1.
Right.
I'm not mad they did it, but it sucks. It sucks. We don't need to be like...
Oh, no, I'm not.
Whatever. We don't need to, have that empathy or whatever. Like, I don't want to kill them too bad, so I'm going to say they're okay. They suck.
No. I don't. Them joints is
No, they suck. And if I see Chris Union Man, I'm going to tell him, damn, those suck. I like your business. They suck.
I'm going to make an attempt for them. I mean, they're cool. I mean, they're okay. Like Rico said, they're perfectly fine. Shout out Rico and Andy.
He needs them.
I need them too.
Yeah, I think Rico and Andy both said on Twitter that they were firing, that they need them and stuff like that. Like you said, the Footscape thing kind of throws me. I remember I went to... I think it was SneakerCon in Atlanta back in 2016, and they had a lot of people that had Footscape tables, and I used to talk to them yeah. And I was like, man, y'all really like this shoe? And they said, well, back in Japan and other places, it's huge. So,
see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so overseas, Footscapes is it's like a top of the line shoe and stuff like that. I never bought a pair. I never did like the shoe itself. I kind of feel like what George is saying. I think they're just trying to. I applaud them for the innovation. Right, they're definitely trying to make something different. They're definitely trying to catch the eye. I think with the expectations as high as they were for the first one, you got to do something. And I think that they did it. And
is how much they going for retail?
Now that's the thing. So they haven't said yet. I'm pretty confident these are going to be close to 300. And I'm only saying that because of how the Footscape is structured. So when Footscape first came out, it wasn't the woven. Right. A lot of people associate the woven with Footscape. Footscapes came out in East Bay Magazine. It was just tied on the side, and it was like overlap. That was like the original Footscape or whatnot. Then it eventually evolved into another one, and then another one, and then it got to the woven ones. The woven ones became the most popular pairs, but the wovens are legit like moccasins. There's like material, top half held together with the bottom half.
Right.
If you did that with a Jordan 1 and the leather on these look immaculate, if you did that with this Jordan 1 legit, have it being connected and held together, you know, it's got a little bit in the front, like the tongue is, I mean, it's glued down to the sole, but like, these are going to be kind of expensive, I think. I think they're going to be close to $275, $300 to me. Now, do I think they're worth that? I don't know. But them joints is kind of clean to me. You know? And I don't know why I feel that way, to be honest with you. Because if you look at them, you'd be like, these suck. But then you're like, I do want these. I'm intrigued by them. They suck, but they don't suck. Like, they all right.
Oh, they suck.
See, you don't want to give yourself a shot. But see, hold on. And that's what you talked about. I think you said it, about the expectation of the one they did last time and now. That's the problem. I'm a Meyer, to me now, I don't care for any of them. I would tell you the 3 is probably in the top 10 threes of all time, maybe. Yeah. I don't care for any I'm a Meyer models. I don't think any of them are fire anymore.
The one's underrated.
No, I don't like any of them now. Like, it's like they came out with the 3, cool. Then they came out with the 1, and you're like, Then they came out with the 2, and you're like, what? And then you come out with the 4, and you're like, well, it's better. It's okay. But they all essentially boring. Like, I don't.
Are you exhausted from them because they have so many? Because Union doesn't do much, right? I mean, Union.
That's a
the
good
blue
point.
toe and black toe came out in 2018. 4s 2020, 2s 22. To me, they kind of every 2 years. So I think that helps strategically. You know, it's kind of like that rapper that drops every now and then, opposed to the rapper that comes out every year.
Yeah, but Union also dropped 4 dunks last year.
Yeah, dunks, and they did the little the loaf of bread. What was the loaf of bread shoe? The Cortez.
They did the 2 Cortez, 3 Cortezes.
So, but they didn't do Jordans though, you know. So I think that kind of gives you a break.
They did Jordan 2s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did the Jordan 2.
So I got a pair.
Well, 2.
Why not?
2. Right.
2s don't exist.
Okay. The Union 2s are some of the greatest 2s of all time. And that's without a question.
2s don't exist.
So the 2s, some
Union
of the greatest
2s
2s of all
fire.
time. The 1s, some of the greatest 1s of all time. The 4s, you like the 4s for the
The
Union?
4s is fire.
Man.
He got 2 of them.
Saying, we'll do
The
what?
Union 4s.
So Union has knocked it out the park every time.
The Union 4, when
I
the
used
pictures,
to.
hold on, when
I
the
think
Union
more.
4 pictures first came out, we all went, huh? Because it looked like it was cut off.
Yeah.
And we was like, wait a minute, are they trying to make a low top version? Then once you cut the tongue and put that tongue up, fire. Them joints is undeniable fire. You see them in hand, thick. The material, the suede, the canvas, the color, them joints are phenomenal. Any colorway, to me. Black is the best, but any colorway.
I do like the black
to
ones.
To me. Now the 2s are fire and affordable. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The passport dunks we talked about,
All on fire.
when the pictures first came out, I was like, meh, whatever.
Yeah.
But then you see them in person, but you're like, oh, these is kind of clean.
Yeah.
These is all right. Now look, I don't think they should have did a Jordan 1. But I don't know how it works with collaborations and companies. They may have already told Jordan that they have to do another one, like
I'm tired
years
of Jordan
ago.
1 collabs. We don't need any more Jordan 1 collabs.
I
You
think
said that about the Batman movie too, and you loved it.
No, I didn't.
You did say, you said, how many Batmans do we need? You said it on this show, and me and you talked about
I
it.
don't remember that.
It's on the show. You can go
I
back.
don't remember that.
but
Tell me it was
Batman
on episode 306 and
I thought that
238.
was fire,
You talked about
It
it.
was. I enjoyed
Right,
it.
that's what I'm saying. You said it was fire after you said we don't need no more Batmans.
Well, I still stand on we don't need no more Jordan 1 collabs.
Yeah,
Now,
but
some come out and
And
I
you
like
just
what
said
I
you
buy.
like these.
So
So we don't need no more, but you like what they drop.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, Greg. Go ahead.
No. I don't know if it's Jordan 1 collabs. I don't think I need any more Jordan collabs. Like,
Altogether? No
I
more?
think Union, I'm a man, you ruined it for me.
Mm.
I don't,
huh?
because, hold on. Let me tell you why. You reimagine the Chicago 1 and the 3, you realize this is what's fire.
Yeah.
You look back at these other ones, you're like, this is just in the way now.
So what do you consider SB4 that just came out?
SB4? SB4 is whack, huh?
No.
I've said that already.
No.
Hold on, let me say this. Whack is a little bit strong. But man, come on, man. Like, that SB4 is not all that. No.
That
Like,
4
come
is
on.
fire.
No, it's not.
That 4 is
it's
fire.
aight. No. The SB4 is aight.
They fuck with that peanut butter bottom. Yeah, they fire. Yeah.
People love talking about gum bottom on sneakers. Gum bottom on sneakers. You know, joke, if I had to come up with an overrated thing on sneakers, gum bottom might be the most overrated thing on a sneaker of all time. That's 100%.
With them fours, it looks so perfect with that white and green.
What?
You don't stop.
What about
So
it
perfect.
isn't fire?
I don't look at those and go, that's why I didn't bother getting them. I could have easily got, I don't care about those. They are okay, though. They mid-range jumpers.
What
DeMar
about
DeRozan.
it? It's not fire. That's what I'm trying to.
I mean, fire is a strong word for it, man. They worth copping. If somebody said you want it, all right. You came to my house and dropped it off, all right.
You got psychological problems.
Look, man. And I asked this question. I sent it to the thing. If there's what more sneakers do we need to see collaborations with?
Jordan Lowe's.
Would you stop talking about Jordan? See,
Yes.
no,
Jordan
that,
1 Lowe's.
See,
yes.
that's the easy way out.
I don't care. That's what I want my closet full of.
Oh my gosh,
What was the last
Black
Jordan
toes?
1 low
Black
collab?
toes? Need them.
There's never been a Jordan 1 collab. There's been
Black toes? Black toe lows? Need them.
oh my
That's
god.
not well, I'm talking about. There's never been a Jordan 1 low collab.
Hold on, let me
Travis
think.
Scott, I guess.
Travis Scott,
Okay.
3 Travis Scotts that are Jordan 1, 4 Travis Scott that are
Just
5, I think.
It's okay to just say Travis Scott.
Well, hold on, we got fragments.
He made a bunch of them.
We got mochas, fragments, the new olives coming out, the triple blacks. Is that all of them?
What are you talking about?
Travis Lowe's.
Scott's.
That's
Oh,
4 lows. You got 0.
I thought you was naming something else.
We got
I don't like Travis Scott's except the original one. That's the only one I like.
smoking.
Lowe's.
Man. You know what the fragments?
The high is better.
You smoking sherm sticks.
You look at the pictures. It's
Yeah,
been a
you
while
take
since
a
I've
look.
been on the show.
Now, this is unpopular. I don't have a particular silhouette that I would want to see a collab with, but a brand I would like to see more collabs with is Rude. They did a collab with Vans and Puma a couple of years ago. I really did like those.
I love Rude and I like those collaborations. The Puma one, fire. The Vans one, fire. But I like those with that because it went Vans is collaborating with Rude. Like
Yeah.
that's what I have a problem with those like high-end brands and collaborations. It's like the Balenciaga and Puma. It's like Gucci and Adidas.
Yeah.
I thought I was buying Adidas with Gucci. You're buying Gucci with Adidas because them joints. A Gazelle is $8.99, huh? Like I'm not using the Adidas app to pay $8.90 for a Gazelle. I just refuse. Those should only be sold in Saks Fifth and all those places. They're gonna be $8.90. Adidas, Gucci should only be sold in the Gucci store. I'm not going on Confirmed app to pay $900 for an Adidas. That's insane. Those Balenciaga Puma basketball shoes, I'm talking $1,000 on the
absolutely
Puma
not.
website. Who is going on the Puma website to pay $1,000? That's a Balenciaga sneaker times Puma. It's not a Puma times Balenciaga. Let those stay in Balenciaga. Let them stay at Saks Fifth, Bloomingdale's, and all that. They should never touch. If you went and did like whatever, like a search or a filter or sort of highest item on Puma website, it's the highest item on the entire website. It's insane. Now, for me personally, any sneakers I want to see more collaboration with, I want to see more AirTech Challenge 2s. That's a personal favorite. I feel like they've abandoned a lot of those OG retro collaborations for Jordans. There's too many Jordans. Like, is I'm a Meniere only going to do Jordans now? People, dude, I'm a Meniere used to do Ultra Boost, NMDs. I'm a Meniere used to have some of the best Ultra Boost and NMDs ever. No one remembers that. No one remembers it. They did a few pair of Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Fire. Now it's just all Jordans. I'm over it. Ain't nothing you want to see?
No, you ain't.
Over it.
You right about these though.
Yeah, them fragment lows.
You gotta spin them.
Okay. Yes. Interactive.
Yeah, the highs suck.
I'm a Tiffany fan, so I did like the Tiffany Air Force 1 lows.
Fire.
I definitely tried to get them and even was willing to pay extra resale. So I would like to see another Tiffany collab. I like to see Leahy Benberry do something else with another brand besides just New Balance.
I do. I liked his Vans, but the Vans were very similar to like just GR Vans.
Yeah.
Like I have pink Vans, you know what I mean? Like
I need you to tell me what was not fire about that.
fam, get over it. The SB, the
I just
SB,
need you to like what's not fire about that
They
shoe.
fire.
It was executed
They fire.
flawlessly.
I mean, you can't get it wrong.
Yes, you can.
All right, man. Now the Black Cat ones, cops.
So you say you want to see a Tiffany collab? What type of silhouette? Or it doesn't matter?
No, more Tiffany. I enjoyed the Air Force 1. I like what they did with that. So it doesn't matter. I mean,
Ain't no sneaker models you want to see more collaborations with?
no, because I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
New
more-
Balance 993.
so
Those kind of faded away.
not really. Not that. I mean, I'm a huge SB fan, so I always enjoy the SBs. I actually enjoy SB The
He was the
highs
only cat
more
in
than
Baton Rouge
lows.
wearing SB.
You like highs more than lows?
Yeah. I'm a bigger guy.
Oh, you
so
tall.
yeah. So for me, I like highs more than lows, and I think I'm a believe. For me, I feel like they cheat me out of material when I get a low top shoe. I feel like I want more of the shoe and stuff like that. So
I can understand that with certain shoes. Like, I feel like my issue are dunk highs like Run the Jewels. I don't know. Like they got 2 coming out.
Right.
Is the dunk high more than the low? And I think that's like for anything.
Box price is, but I don't know what if they're doing it at box price.
Because I think it's like maybe $10 or $15 more. It's not a lot.
Because there was something that we talked about on the podcast, I can't remember, and I said I cannot pay that price for that amount of shoe. Like I think maybe I don't know what it was, and I was like I can't pay that. It's not enough shoe for me. I'm okay with it. If it was a high top, it's more shoe to me. Like so, I kind of understand what you're saying, but
because I like the Tiffany Dunks high more than the lows. I think the lows are more so because of the rarity of them, but I think the highs look better.
George had the highs. You still got the highs
of what?
Tiffany's.
Nah, I sold those a long time ago.
Oh,
so I mean, I would say 80 to 90% of the shoes I own are high top or mid top or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you don't like low top?
It's okay. I mean, I don't know. To me, it don't hit as hard. So I guess I would be more of a sneaker thought in a sense. Like you said something a long time ago. Whenever and I agree with you. I think you said you was at the movie theater and you saw a guy with the Dior Jordan 1s on, and you was like, "Oh, these got to be fake." You're in the movie theater. It's dark.
Yeah, ain't nobody see
reason.
them.
I feel like certain shoes I'm wearing at certain places because I want the reception needed in order.
100%. If you got authentic Dior 1, you wear them to the pool party, like in the daytime. You wear them to the brunch, like everybody gonna see them.
Yeah, they definitely
I'm going to watch the movies and enjoy. Like, man, no. I don't care. I do not care. Like, I'm not gonna pull out the Gucci to go sit, the Gucci button down to go watch, Madea Christmas or whatever. Like,
you should be going to see Madea Christmas anyway.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just certain things like that I wouldn't like. But you know what I thought about too? I was looking at this Adidas thing the other day, and I was like, man, they keep talking about them Yeezy things, and I'll listen to this thing, whatever. I think Adidas, whatever Yeezys they got left, should source them to boutiques and do collaborations with them. Like, forget the Yeezy. Like, hey, we got a bunch of 350s yet, Bodega, you do some with these 350s. Like, I know they're already made, but like something else. Like, they gotta do something with those. Like, I would have loved to see a Yeezy Adidas, because I consider the Yeezy and Adidas like just the shoe.
Right.
That collaborate with like Concepts. Like Concepts has a version of a Yeezy. Bodega has a version of a Yeezy. That may not make sense like I'm thinking about it, but like it would just something different. You know what I mean?
That definitely would be different.
So wait, was that true or not that Adidas re-signed him? I know that was kind of
wasn't true. Like,
okay, got you.
They had kind of talked about something. I don't know, man. Like, who knows? Like, all I know is that for me personally, it don't matter what I come in here and say anyways. Like, I probably won't buy it anyways. Like I don't know. Like, it's something about. I'll tell you this. What really flipped me was the Reimagined stuff. Like, it's the purity of pure in sneakers and Jordans. Like, I haven't wore a sneaker like I have the Lost and Founds I have in the last year. I wear those on a regular basis. Yeah. And you're like, you look at me, you go, dang, these are Jordans. You know what I mean? These are Jordans. Right. Like, you go and put on a Year 4, and you're like, yeah, these is nice, but like, this ain't no Jordans. Like, this Jordan didn't hoop in this. Like, what is this? Like, this ain't no Jordan. Like, I'm like, man, get this out of my face.
I still got to get a pair. I haven't got a pair. I actually went shopping out here. I was willing to pay $5, but they were wanting $5.50 for them.
Yeah, there's certain things.
So, Lost and Found, you got the black laces in them or the sail laces in them?
What they come with?
So they had both in it.
Yeah, well, did they come laced up though?
Nah. They just had both.
Oh, then I put the white ones in. Yeah. I can't, see, that's one reason why a lot of sneakers I don't wear is because I don't feel like lacing them up.
I definitely feel you on that.
I don't lace. I can't do it.
I went to wear the taxi ones the other day, and I said, you know what? I do not feel like lacing these.
I am not lacing up a pair of sneakers. I just can't. I just don't got time for it. I told my son, I was like, look, I may pay you $5 to lace up these sneakers.
That's funny.
Like, I just can't do nothing with it. Galaxy phones is coming back out.
I'm not copping, but I'm glad they're coming back out. I know I'm not copping.
You draw a picture this time?
Huh?
You draw a picture this time?
I didn't. Let me say this. Are you copying George?
Man. Oh, my God.
True, you got
That geek said.
I'm gonna shoot my shot. Yeah, I am. I still I only have like 2 or 3 pair of phones. Whenever I was at Sneaker Con Atlanta, I sold like 6 pair. And the only pair I kept was the ones my wife bought me, sentimental value. But I still the metallic gold ones, the black with the gold, and I have the USA ones.
Them pink ones was the fire. They so fire.
I actually had the hat to match that when I sold that
Them
one.
pink ones was so fire.
So I only got 2 pair. Those 2 pair.
That's a lot of pink on that shoe.
Cam, call me Killer Cam. They are fire.
You got any foams?
Yeah, I got the blue mirrors and elephant prints.
Oh, you got blue mirrors? Them joints trashed?
Nah.
Oh, really?
Nah.
Have you worn them?
Yeah.
And they didn't crack up yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Wait, blue mirror and which ones?
Pink, no. Elephant print.
Elephant print. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, them suck. Elephant print was trash.
Let me just tell you.
I know you got the
better. Tell you
outlet,
right now, you ain't copping them.
Oh, I'm not.
Are you not?
I don't know, man.
You ain't copping them.
Look, when them
You're not gonna wear them.
Hold on, you facts. Now, hold on. See, that's what George talking about. When them joints first came out,
It was crazy.
I had to have them. Like, George isn't joking. Like, I legit drew a picture and took it to his office and said, I need these. Like, I drew, like, I was just like, I had to. Like, I was doing everything in my power to get them. And this guy on eBay, right, was selling them. And he worked at DC Foot Locker. And he was like, yo, you give me the it was like $420, $430 or something, right? And that's considered low considering what happened with it.
Absolutely.
Boom, paid it. I thought I had mine on lock. I was like, I'm good. Like, I got them on lock. Then as it started getting closer and closer, you start hearing people camping outside like days, weeks. You're like, oh, man, I looked at my thing, PayPal refund. He's like, hey, buddy, I didn't know it was going to do all this. That's exactly what happened. I was like, man, come on. That's happened to me with those. It happened to me with Independence Day Air Max 90s. Like, I bought them ahead of time. And hey, man, Yeezy went outside wearing them. Like, I can't do it now. I was like, man, come on.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But me and George, where were we when what were we camping for? What did we cop? Oh, we went to Nike.
What? Yeah.
So we went to Nike, and that's when
I won the raffle for the Kobe, and I gave you the pair because it was like a 10.5.
Yeah, but like we were like in there doing the live raffle.
Yeah,
like they were on the stairs.
Ridiculous.
That's right. And then there's one dude in front of me. What did he want? Foams. He wanted KDs.
They didn't have foams.
He wanted KDs, and I wanted bronze too. And he won the bronze. He was like, man, I don't want that. And I was like, and he just left. And he didn't even like ask anybody if they wanted it or whatnot. Right. Now, here's the thing with the Galaxy Foams, right? Galaxy Foams to me is one of, if not, it's not the, but it's in the top 10 Foamposites of all time. Absolutely. Okay. But I would only be buying them just to buy them. Like, and I'm glad I know ahead of time that they're coming out because by the time they come out, I won't want them. No. Big Bangs came out, and them just at the outlet. You could get a pair of Big Bangs right now, $130.
I seen a homeless man wearing South Beaches the other day.
South Beaches?
Not even joking.
Really?
Galaxy Foams.
Zombie out in front of Taco Bell. I'm telling you.
I don't have those, and that's the shoe that I wanted to get. I actually
wait, which one?
South Beach, LeBron. Hey.
Go get them. They about what? Retail? Under retail?
No, they're doing like $240, $260.
Them joints is out the outlets out here, and I was calling. Hey, anybody want this? Anybody need these?
I wish you would have known me because I would have called. Yes,
stacked. I was like, fam, look at these South Beach 8s, though. South Beach 8s, Galaxy Foams, any Galaxy pack, South Beach 8s. There are certain shoes that like we hold in this ridiculously high regard.
Right.
Man, how long ago was that Galaxy Foams came out? What is this?
That was 2011, I think. Oh, 2012 when Galaxy Foams came out. It was
2012
because it came out the same weekend the Bane Batman came out. Because I remember I went to the movies to watch it. It was 2012 in February.
You got a lot of connections with Batman.
Right.
Batman is Tim's timestamps. Like that was so long ago. Yeah. Like 2012 is 2023.
February 24th, 2012.
Oh, I was right. Oh,
fam. Ooh. You know what they should have done? And then maybe they'll do this. They should release them All-Star Weekend. That'll put something smart.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Do you think they'll sit? You think they'll hit outlets? South Beach 8s hit outlet. Big Bangs hit outlets. Will these hit outlets?
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't know.
But I'm going to give you the same answer I always give you. It depends on production. If production is like a mid-level production, if production is low, obviously not. If it's a mid-level production, I don't think so. If it's like the LeBrons were, it's going to sit.
I mean, well.
Because what? I mean, how much you think they're going for? The last pair was $220. You think we're $220 when they come back out?
More. They're gonna be
the
more.
Retail. Oh no, they're gonna be way more. They'll
way
be
more?
Probably $240, $250.
Yeah.
They'll be high. And when you get them in hand, they're trash. Like They're fire, but like it's like
It's a film over the shoe.
Yeah, it's not like the same film like Supreme Foamposite. You ever seen a Supreme one? It's like hard, like a car wrap. That's what it feels like on those. It's like the same thing on the Galaxy, but it's like a matted car wrap. Like, it ain't nearly as vibrant. Like, it don't look like how I think the Galaxy look.
Right.
Now, I don't believe in space. I mean, space is there. But, like, to me, space is fictional because I can't get a ride. So, I know it's there.
Did you just say because you can't get a ride?
Fam, to me, that's why I don't like watching space movies no more. Because...
Man, what are you talking about?
Hold on, talking about the Galaxy.
What are you talking about?
Fam.
Who's in these Kit Kats?
Yeah, fam. Like, when I watch a space movie, I go, this is cool, but like, man, I can't go, so it just don't matter to me. Like, that's how I believe in space. Like,
You're out of control, though.
Space is
This
out
a
there.
movie, though.
It doesn't matter, though. And the stuff that be happening in space, they be surviving way too much. You know? Like Gravity.
George Clooney didn't? Oh, did I ruin that?
Gravity came out a long time ago. Fam, Matt Damon was on Mars, bro, for a long time, and they saved him.
Yeah,
I remember.
No,
He was like this.
It was well put together. Like, it made sense of... Now, when they saved him, he was barely alive. Skinny.
bro, he was on Mars. True, he was on Mars. His homies left him, and they had a meeting. Like, should we go back? Why not? And they went back to Mars and got him. No, done well. I was intrigued, but
Right.
come on, man.
But we don't got no idea if it'll work or not. That's the
I will
thing.
say this. You
Never know.
Bruh.
Greg loves for people to die or lose in a movie.
You have to die. Sigourney Weaver survive aliens? Huh? Fam, them was real aliens. No one should survive. I don't give a shite.
Real aliens.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
You want people-
Prometheus and all that
You
stuff?
seen
No.
one episode of Dungeons and Dragons that turned into this weirdo. What's that show you like?
Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
That's different. No.
One episode.
Everybody
Your
died
life,
in Game of
entire
Thrones.
life changed.
You have to die.
Everybody died in Game of Thrones.
You should die.
Wesley Snipes didn't die in Passenger 57?
That's different. No.
How is it
to save
different?
the day, no. Now, if he would have died at the end after he saved everybody, cool. I'm okay with it. But like a movie to me today, if the
You're out of control,
protagonist
huh?
doesn't die, I can't get with it. Like, it's not real. Like,
So no part twos for you.
I mean, look, if you gonna build a movie like John Wick, fine. He can't die. Like, he's clearly, this is Fast and Furious like, okay? Like,
Right.
Vin Diesel can never die. None of them could die. I'm cool with that, okay? I mean, they brought people back to life in Fast and
They
Furious.
sure did.
They brought people back to life in Fast and
I was like,
Furious.
I
Oh
He died
no,
in
that's
Tokyo,
not what
bro.
that's not what my well was for.
What?
One of them.
Don't say nothing then, 'cause I haven't seen it yet.
No, I'm just saying one of them actually died in real life. So you were talking about they can't die.
Who? Oh, Paul Walker.
I was
Don't
like,
do
are you
that,
okay?
Don't do that.
Are you okay?
Don't do that.
Damn.
You're breaking the law.
I will say this, though. Something that you just said.
Greg, you a wild boy. You a wild dude, boy.
Different. He the one that
Damn,
said
about to
it.
take you to jail. Fans gonna come show up and take you to jail, though.
No.
I will say this. Something you just brought up. I think it does deter people when the release is so early because you can't impulse buy. Like you said, by the time next year comes for the Galaxy, I probably won't want them.
If them joints shock drop today, guess what?
So
We all would have
Would've-
tried.
Yeah.
shock
I
drop
think so.
always gonna sell out.
That's what I'm saying.
Immediately.
I think
Because
the
you
fact
can
that-
flip a shock drop. You can't flip I mean, with that shoe you might be able to flip, but you can't like.
I remember last
What's
time
the
I
one
seen
somebody
playing
said today?
Galaxy
The green, black, and white. The Celtics Jordan 1 sitting. If it's shock drop, you'd be able to flip it, but now it's sitting.
I was very surprised, honestly.
You were shocked?
I'm
I
not.
were.
Andy's very surprised. I wasn't.
They probably just
was
made
very
it. They probably
surprised.
just made a boatload of pairs.
Yeah, but like still, like you can get any size. It's not like, oh, they don't got 13 through 8. Like they're
It's
all
It's
there.
been trending that way though.
Fam. Jordan, oh, you know what? This is what I'll say. Jordans and Dunks have
Make it a low.
affected my view on Nike.
How?
Like, when I think Nike, I can only think of Jordan and Dunks, Jordan 1s and Dunks. Like, I don't think like they
Nah, that's not right. That's not true.
don't 100%.
What's the first
No,
thing that
it's
comes to
not.
mind?
Let me tell you why.
No, it's not because
Hold on,
all the
look
stuff
how-
you just talked about Agassiz a minute ago, and the other stuff we talk about
When
is
the last
bring.
time an Agassi dropped?
Fam,
4
that's not
years
the
ago?
that's not the point. It's still on your mind. Is the
No,
point?
it's not. Not anymore.
Yes, it is. You just brought it up. And also the other things, all the vintage runners we see all the time. We're like, we need to bring that back.
No. Hold
Yes.
on. No.
Yes.
In my mind now, when I think Nike, all I could think about is Duncan Jordan. I'm not talking about what I know from the past. Of course. Like, yes, there's a lot of OG runners and stuff that haven't retroed ever I would love to see. The problem is we've gotten to the point to where so many dunks and so many Jordan 1s dropped, I don't believe that stuff is ever going to come out. They're retroing Galaxy foams. For what? Like, look what we're retro. They retro LeBron All-Star Game, Big Bang. They retro KD.
Listen,
threes.
he already went through his 11 years later. Who cares if they retro something once every decade? It's fine.
Fam, when I think of Nike, you know what? I'll put it this way. I felt good going to the Kith thing. I was like, oh man, I'm up here. It wasn't a dunk. It wasn't a Jordan 1. You know how many Jordan 1s and dunks I got stacked?
You must have had some like matcha tea and some what's that wheatgrass before
funny.
you went.
Yeah, some patchouli.
So I guess I'll ask you this, Greg, because like you say, a lot of stuff has been retroed as far as with Jordan 1 and dunks, and of course you too, George. Do you think Nike would be as potent as it is if they never retroed any shoes? You just make it and then you move on to the next one.
Nah, I don't think their innovation kitchen is good enough. It's good. It's not good.
Like no retros at all. Like how we're retroing the playoff threes, the Chicago ones.
Are you talking about like from the beginning, never ever done a retro?
Never retroing ever.
Listen,
and there's two parts to it because you can do it with a different color, but
Nike is the greatest ad marketing company of all time. But guess what? They still need to get lucky and get help just like anybody else. They need celebs or somebody to wear their stuff. Or no, yes they do.
So they need the retros in order
to. Yes, they do. What are you talking about?
Now?
For any time, forever.
All right, that's a good point because remember the whole Ultra Boost craze. Nike was just kind of like, we need something.
Yeah, but they just, I mean, see, Nike, and I talked about this like one of the episodes I did in the closet. Nike is like, they got these bullets in this chamber that if it get too out of control and cats start they just unload one of them chambers. Like, when
the bullets are retros?
Huh?
Are the bullets in that chamber on retros?
Good question.
Yeah, that's the bullets.
So they need
They're
retros.
not even necessarily retros. They're just like those ones that like, fam, if we like really, really, really got into like the New Balance, like we all like New Balance, we all love New Balance, but if we was like, man, just like that Ultra Boost phase, when we was like this in Ultra Boost, I mean, we was like stripes over checks. We was like stripes over checks, Ultra Boost. Oh my God.
You could make an argument New Balance was like that last year. It wasn't to the same level, but
and then Nike said, let's create Air Max Day. And then they dropped elephant print Atmos Air Max 1s, and we was like, I'm sorry, huh? And we just that quick, we went back. Then they dropped Safari Air Max 1s at one point. Then they created a fake day, Air Max Day. People actually like, yo, Air Max Day.
They're making a month now.
Just like that. Just like that. I know Air Max Day, and I don't know some of my best friends' birthdays.
We don't care about Air Max. You might know what it is, but we don't care about it.
No. Care and know are two different things. As long as you know, it's like, yeah. Am I participating? No.
I did, but I don't.
Yeah.
I did.
I don't think that's making people shop unless you bring a new shoe or a retro out, though. The last two Air Max days, I don't even think they released anything. If they did, it wasn't any good.
Now, Air Max days have fallen off. Like, you used to be able to vote for like what you want to see retro and what used to come out.
Well, they also had the first one that was red and white OG. Red and white OG, but with the like Volt color. Yes, fire. Yeah, great idea.
And
that's what I'm saying. The innovation kitchen is not as good as people think. The Air Max Day was a great idea, but they don't follow up with that stuff because they don't need to.
Yeah, but right now they just got lazy with it. Like,
no,
we voted.
Like that.
Yeah, but hold on, we voted for like Sean Weatherspoons, right?
That's just social media era, though. They were like, "How do we use our app? Let's do it."
Yeah, but nobody does that anymore.
I understand that, but that kind of concept's easy to come up with. That's like we how do we get in contact with people electronically? Oh yeah, this app.
Like Big Bubble Air Max 1s I dropped.
Do you know what swoosh.net is or whatever the swoosh thing? Did you get an invite for that? I got an invite.
Oh yeah, I did.
So I didn't sign up for it yet, but that's Nike's. That's the thing. That's their next innovation kitchen. Listen. They're able every 5 years or whatever it is to come up with something new and fresh.
They can't though.
They're not able to do it every single year.
They suck at coming up with new stuff.
No, they don't.
Nike or Adidas?
You just said they came up with something great.
No. I'm talking about marketing, like you talked about. They can make you buy anything, but he's talking about innovation. If they never would have came out retro, you think about a lot of stuff Nike tried. Nike Shocks, you know what made Nike Shocks was the campaign. It wasn't the shoe.
Yeah, Vince Carter.
It was Vince Carter wasn't even the first campaign. It was just the OG runner that had the thing, and the commercial was boing.
The ad had the Vince Carter was the one that sold them.
No,
yes, it was.
No, the OG Shock.
No. I'm saying Vince Carter was the one that helped shocks be as relevant as they are? I'm not talking about the first shoe.
Well, I mean, they
I'm talking
kept
about the
it
whole
going.
thing.
They went for the basketball.
Dunk contest like he wore. No, he wore the.
No, he wore Pumas in the dunk contest.
And ones.
And once he wore Tai Chi's in the dunk contest, and then he was a Puma athlete for a while. Now he was able to keep it like interested in the basketball brand of it, but shocks were the most uncomfortable thing ever. Shocks now they retro sometimes. Nobody care about a shock.
Remember I had a pair, I gave them away.
Don't nobody care about a shock. Anything that Nike has come up with in the last whatever few years, if it's not a retro, no one cares. If it's not a collaboration, nobody cares. Now Union,
Not necessarily.
wait, what?
Tom Sachs, that was success. All that whole thing.
It's
It
a
was.
collaboration.
Multiple
though.
successful things. Yeah, but it wasn't like we were gonna do one thing one time. He actually came up with his own models, designed his own multiple models that people care about.
Now, if you
So
think
would you give that to Nike or Tom?
That's what I'm saying is sometimes they just need to get lucky. They got lucky with Travis wearing SBs. They got lucky with Tom Sachs having his creativity or whatever. Like sometimes they just get lucky. They have a lot of smart people that work there that know who to put in front of a camera, but sometimes you just gotta get.
Tom Sachs may be a bad example because there might be
Why?
one of the
Because of
most
what happened
overrated
recently?
sneakers of all time. No, if you really look
What do
at
you
it,
mean?
if you look at any of the Tom Sachs, you go, I like these because they're regular, but fire. Like there's no reason.
Don't do that.
Well, there's no reason to call a Tom Sachs fire.
Sure,
Like,
there is.
No, there's not.
The yellow
No,
one's
there
fire.
is. Fire is a really strong word here.
Yellow one's fire.
Fire?
Yeah, yellow ones, yeah. Now, them browns, those are trash.
Why?
The
The
Because
UPS
it's
specials
brown?
are trash.
The Browns don't look that bad in person, but
Like,
If you say that, you can't call some other simplistic shoe fire. That's why there's a problem with you saying it's not fire.
Like
it is
what?
fire.
well, it
Like
looks
anything, any simplistic shoe that you would be like, oh yeah, that's fire.
what made the
takes
Tom
you-
Sachs fire was like it came out at Kohl's because it should have been at
I'm not even talking about that one. You can go back to the first one. The first
Fam,
one is
don't
one of the
do
greatest
that.
shoes of all time.
Don't do that.
Because the
AI.
first one
What do you
just-
mean?
Red,
The first
khaki,
Tom Sachs.
and,
You
white.
literally voted to put them in the Hall of Fame. What are you talking about?
I think them joints are clean, but like
You voted to put them in the Hall of Flames.
I don't even remember that. No. Like, you talking about episode 137 or something?
Well,
no.
they're in the Hall of Flames. They didn't get there on their own. So
No, we put them up there and people voted for them. That's how the Hall of Flames work.
No, they were an automatic entry in there.
No, it didn't exist when we started it. It didn't exist when we started the Hall of Flames.
Yes, but we added more that should be on the list automatically. We did our own automatic ads. Yes, we did.
No, I'm gonna go back and listen.
We did. Nobody voted for like Yeezy V2. What was it? V1 Pirate Blacks. Nobody voted for those. Those was automatic entry.
We'll see. Look, man. What are we talking about? Galaxy phones? I don't even know. Look, if Nike,
yeah.
I don't look. I don't know. I got, for me personally, I love Adidas a whole lot. I love Nike a lot as well. But like every single thing that I thought I needed, I don't do nothing with. I got all the dunks except Plums and Biotechs. I got all the dunks that I was like, need. ASU, need them.
Yeah.
UNLVs, need them. I got them all. Not
even
one
wear 'em.
wear. Not one wear. Michigan's, Iowa's, all of them. Not one wear. All of them DS in the closet stacked up. I got doubles, maybe triples of Pandas. Like, and I was like, I need backup. I need a backup pair because I beat one, but
I love them.
none of this stuff. My Jordan 1s, I couldn't even tell you how many DS pair of Jordan 1s. And taxis, all of them. No, don't do nothing with them. Nothing with them. Like, because that's the only thing that we bought. I bought an Ambush Air Force One just to like, you know what, let me see. Like, maybe. Got that joint in hand. Like, what am I doing with this joint? I'm like, I think of Nike. I only think about Jordan 1s and Dunks. That's it. That's all you can think about. Like, you read off the releases today. It was about 5 Dunks on there.
They're all women's.
All of
Wasn't
them.
it the
There's
best?
so many Dunks right now that they're the women's branch. Like, it's too much. Too much for me.
Nike will definitely ride something out until the wheels fall off.
Who cares though? Like you like very offended about this right now.
Because it's a sneaker podcast. I'm supposed to be offended.
I didn't know we were supposed to be offended.
I'm not offended by it, but like it does affect my view on Nike. Nike has to really wow me with something for me to like move.
So the last wow was the Doernbecher shoe for you.
It was an unexpected wow. Like, that's my first Doernbecher. Did I own 3s or did you own 3s?
I had 2 pairs of 3s.
Okay, you had the 3s. I thought I had 3s. I've never owned a Doernbecher in my entire life. When those came out, I said, in the Vomero, I like the Vomero model, but not enough for me to go like I need it. I saw some bright colors on the Vomero, but you know what drew me to try for that shoe was the fact it wasn't so personal. It didn't have his name on it. It didn't have like his mama name on it. It didn't have like hearts. It didn't have nothing that like made me go like, okay, I don't want this. Is too personal for me.
Yeah.
I would never buy Kobe GG. Kobe 6s. That's too personal for me. Like I saw Sabonis on the Kings one of the night. Fam, you're playing on a sneaker dedicated to someone's dead child. That's way too personal for me. I can't do it. I'm not wearing Aunt Pearls. Aunt Pearls fired. That's your aunt. They fired. That's your aunt that died from cancer. What that should be a PE. There are certain sneakers that should be PE. Yo, they're dedicated to my mama because she worked 5.5 jobs. Fam, no thank you. That's your mama and you. Like, what am I going to do? Well, I come in here wearing this and you say, yo, what are those? Yo, these is from, what's his name? His mama worked 5 jobs, so I got these. Like, what am I doing with that? It makes no sense.
You're a moron.
So when I saw that Doernbecher, I said, let me go ahead and try for it. I got that joint in hand.
Oh, you're out of control.
It's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Doernbecher sneaker of all time. Every single thing that's personal about it is on a Velcro patch. I can put his name on it and take his name off. I could put his brother's name on it, take his name off. I could make it all about him or not. I didn't want to buy something where like somebody goes, yo, who's Jalen? What's that name on your snoot? Oh yeah, he's dying from cancer. He's in the Doernbecher hospital. What am I supposed to? That's way too personal.
Right.
Like what am I supposed to do?
Damn, you're a bad person. Huh?
But I'm saying that's what they are. These are essentially, yo, that's unique sneaker. What is that? Yeah, kid designed this. He got terminal cancer. You know, I don't know if he's still here or not, but I got him. Like, what am I supposed to do? That's way too personal for me.
So you rather just donate than get the shoe where the money goes towards the cause?
Oh yeah, and see, me and my wife, we donate already to certain things,
right,
not Doernbecher, but money come out for other certain things. But like those, I got them in hand. I couldn't believe how fire they were.
You gonna retail?
Couldn't believe it.
Retail price?
Yeah.
How much were they retail?
$190.
Okay.
And that $190, when I got them, I said this was worth every single penny. And when I said it was a slap in the face from Nike because I said, oh, you can do much better. Like if you made the box, a blue box, immaculate. The paper was folded like Macy's Christmas gifts. Like it was like folded with a sticker, and I was like, what the? I opened it. It had instructions on how to use the lace locks, instructions on how to use this. I'm like, fam, they put effort in this. You can't tell me you can't put a better effort in this. Oh, pickup. Sorry. I got those Dunk, the purple and brown ones. I sent the picture. Setsu buns.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Fire. One of the best dunks I've seen in years. That joint is in a regular orange Nike box, barely held together.
So you feel Nike should do more with boxes and packaging?
It's not even that. It's just like the effort that they put into the stuff. Like when you say, boom, vintage red dunks are coming out. I mean, it could be vintage red today, vintage green tomorrow, vintage blue the next day, vintage yellow the next day. Like you can't feel anything off of it. And I know that's broad and going, yeah, you change the color on sneakers. Yeah. I get that. But like, if you see one dunk, you see them all. I don't know what color it is.
Yeah.
It don't matter. You could be wearing ASU dunks right now. You could be wearing Panda dunks right now. Dunk. It's shoe. I've called it shoe forever. It's shoe. It's fire. Panda dunks ain't better than these to me. Same thing. Dunk. Old school Vans, same thing.
You
to me.
You worn your Vermeers yet?
No. I don't know why. I don't know what to do with. I don't know how to wear things like that.
What was the last shoe you dead stock? Both of y'all, George. Undead stock.
Lost and found ones immediately.
Okay, so
immediately.
your favorite phrase, straight to toe?
That's his favorite phrase. That's disgusting.
No, it wasn't that. It was
You on Diaz White Cements. Oh no, you on Diaz Valero Blues. Is the last dunk?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, all right.
Probably.
Valero Blue dunks.
That was this year or last year? Last year. That's last year.
Last year. What's the last thing you won?
I think it was during college basketball season, but I don't know if it was in last year, part of this year.
When you buy sneakers, do you wear them quick?
No.
Now, you being in Israel, do you wear sneakers out there?
Nah, because they don't know what they are.
Exactly.
That's a big deal for me. Like if I'm not gonna waste wearing a fire sneaker nowhere where they're not gonna be appreciated on my foot. Now, I'm not gonna get that.
Does that affect like when you come back into the States? Are you like, yes, I get to come back with my sneakers, or is it just like, okay? See, to me, if I was in Israel for that long and it didn't matter when I came back, it would still not matter. I wouldn't be like back here get to wear my Jordans. Like my environment changes me before I can change my environment.
Right.
Like
that's a true statement. Yeah.
And I think one of y'all talked about on the podcast. You were talking about going to like private school and public school.
Yeah.
Like and when you guys are talking about that, it made me think because I went to private school early on because we was in Inglewood. Like my mom wouldn't send me to public school because it was out of control. But the private school wasn't that good either. Like the Crips used to come recruit us literally right there. The pastor used to come out and the Crips would see the pastor and they'd be like, let's get out of here. They'd hop the fence. Like,
that's wild.
No joke.
It's crazy.
They'd be like, man, we play video games all day. We be chilling, yada, yada, yada. I remember some of my friends gone. Never saw them again. Went with the Crips. It's 3rd grade. That's facts.
Wow.
Never saw them again. Ever. But like, in that thing right there, if I'm in Israel, that environment would change me probably for the best. I would come back here. I wouldn't feel the need to buy sneakers. I wouldn't feel the need because I know that it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Sneakers are, like I said, it's an addiction. It's a bad addiction. It makes me think I'm happy. It makes me think I feel good. I go, copped, new pickup, in the closet.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
The endorphins, yeah, they
That's all it
definitely.
is. This guy has more sneakers than probably anybody I know. And you would never know it.
You know Ryan Simple, so
He doesn't count. He's on actual. He's on another level of buying sneakers.
And it's a good point, like you say all the time. Like the percentage of the shoes you wear, you just pick up the same stuff over and over anyway. Like you said, all the sneakers I own, I probably might wear 10-15% of them.
And that's it. Like that's it, and that's just the way it's gonna be for a really long time. So you either gotta stop buying them or not. Galaxy foams, I would love to have them. I'm not gonna buy them. I can't. What am I gonna do with them?
Who?
When the last time you wore a Foamposite? When's the last time you
October
wore a
of last year.
Foamposite? Oh, that's sooner than I thought.
October of last year.
What was you doing?
I was at the bar.
Were you fighting?
No.
That's the only time.
I was at the bar just chilling.
I haven't wore a copper before we had the podcast. That's the last time I wore a Foamposite, copper foam. I haven't worn one since. I got coppers, stealths, royals, pearls, something else.
Yeah,
Eggplants. Oh, and pewters. I ain't got those.
I got shoes.
Oh no, I got a lot too. But the way Georgia acts, you wouldn't
so
know he had
$1,000
shoes.
worth of Foamposites.
Maybe, but most of them are like all yellow and ruined and whatnot.
Retail
but,
price, you know.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Like, it's just shoes now. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyways, what else you talking about? That's it.
Jordan 11 DMP.
Oh, anybody copying? That's another one. What was I doing with this?
I'm not though, but the DMP 11s just bring back so many memories when me and True was in school. Because
No, it doesn't.
It does. Because I remember everybody wanted them and everybody hounded you to get them.
Yeah, I used to work at Foot Locker back then. That's when they came in the gold box. Of course, they came with the 6s and stuff like that. I was like the only person that worked at Foot Locker, so everybody knew me. So yeah, I had a lot of people that they were $330. I think it was for the packing stuff.
the pack,
packaging.
was-
I mean, it had really good packaging. Came with the dog
Fire.
tag for on the 6s and stuff like that.
Fire.
Nobody
Those
cared about the
had
6s,
Jordan along the laces, like the Jubilees. I don't know if the pictures for the new ones don't have that.
They don't have it.
So they're not
They're
gonna.
not
have
gonna have it.
I have
And
no idea.
the upper is leather. It's not the
Oh, it's not the little.
upper is leather on these ones too. But see, to me,
You're buying.
no, I have DS. I still have DS other 11 Concords.
You're buying.
When the last time you even wore an 11?
The one
Fam,
when you was in the house.
only God knows. When the last time you wore an 11?
Never.
I haven't worn 11s in a
1997.
long
No,
time.
I wore those cherry lows. I think.
This has been a long time.
When?
I mean,
The first cherry
whenever.
lows or like the
Yeah,
newer
the
ones?
white one with the red, not the red.
No, I mean like the first time they came out ever?
No,
Or like-
man. Like,
Oh, really?
Before the podcast started. Yeah, 2012
Oh,
or
okay.
14 or 13 or
6,
whatever.
7 years ago.
When the last time you wore an 11?
Like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's probably last year. I can say I'm a tall guy, so I wear a lot of these big, bulky shoes that y'all don't
They
wear very
look good
often.
on you though.
Yeah.
Like
I don't wear none of that.
they-
stuff.
when I
Don't wear none of
when you think of it right now with a Jordan 11, you know what? There's not a lot of collaboration with Jordan 11. There's a reason why. Ain't no bodega Jordan 11. Ain't no. Maybe I'm a Meniere, maybe Will, but there's no collaboration with Jordan 11s because Jordan 11s are historically probably the most iconic sneaker of all time, the most recognizable sneaker of all time. But you really think about it, the only ones that matter are Concords, Black Reds, and maybe Space Jams.
No
Cool
Grays?
Grays are fine.
I mean, they all matter. You know,
Those four.
I think all the
matter.
OG
You know what I
ones
mean.
matter. A lot
All
of the
the
new
OG
ones
matters.
now, you know.
Fam, think about like me and George used to like.
Columbia's matter.
We used
wore
to.
them in the All-Star game twice,
we-
I think, or definitely with
Columbia's do. Man.
definitely with Wizards.
I
Me
remember
and
I traded mine
George,
for some Ferrari
me and George was
14s.
praying for Concord lows. We was praying for Concord
They
lows.
came out, y'all ain't getting them.
Them Jordans came out and we was like, meh.
Yep, I remember I was at Chic when they came
Well,
out.
we had them.
And we had them, but then we were like, what am I doing with this?
That was when I
can't.
went in. That was when I tried to get the second pair at Al Shika, and our homeboy was like, "What size you need?" And I was like, 11.5 or 12, and he was like, "No, you said 11.5 first." And I was like, "Man, what?"
Them the good old days.
Those good old days.
Strict
Man, almost
rules.
flipped that store upside down. They're talking about you said 11.5 first. I said you can't say a 1/2 size spread. I'll take either one. And he like served the like 3 people that were behind me before me. He was like, "Nah, you get back in the back of the line." Luckily, the 12 was still there at the end. I was like,
Them the good
lucky,
old days.
dude.
You get to the front and be like,
Lucky I'm an
too
adult,
long.
no.
Get out. You just gotta charge it to the game. Look,
got
man.
some nerve, dude.
This is one of them bullets in the chamber. Nike goes, let's shoot this chamber off. Let's shoot this Concorde out and add a goal. Come on, man. If anybody loses their mind for these because the jump man is going
okay.
to
It's
upper
10
lever.
years. I just said that a little while ago. It's fine.
But it's
No
still,
more 11s.
It's more than 10
more
years, but
11s?
I'm saying it's 10 years. It's fine.
It would be really hard for me to make a top 10.
They should have retro gammas, to be honest. Gamma lows, maybe.
I keep talking about gammas. Gammas suck.
I like gammas.
They sold
fire.
They sold.
You don't like
fast.
gammas?
Huh?
They okay. They okay to me.
Hold on.
Gammas are nice.
Hold on. Yeah. When gammas first came out, everybody said they sucked. Everybody.
No.
We
No.
copped. We copped.
No, but they've sold out.
We
They
copped. Oh, yeah, we
fast.
copped. We copped. We copped. But gammas sucked when they first came out. We
wouldn't buy
all
them.
thought they
The-
sucked.
the-
They're
I
like,
mean-
no joke. 4 years later, we was like, man, them gammas.
That
are
may have
fire.
been
I'm
like
huh?
that may have been like the like message that was going through the community or whatever, but I don't think people I think people just said that to try to be groupthink or whatever. I don't think they really believe that.
Yeah, that's when they first started doing 11s that weren't the retro color. That's when they kind of first started to experiment and do a few things different with them.
But
They
I do agree
failed.
with Greg. It would be hard to make a
They
top
failed.
10, 11 list. I do agree with that.
Top 10 11s all time?
That would be hard for me.
5 of them would be Cool Gray, Space Jam, Breads, and Concords. What's your next 5?
Columbia's.
Those would be, what, that's 6?
No, 5, I think. You didn't name 5.
Hold on. Concord, Black Reds, Cool Gray,
Playoffs,
Space
Space
Jam,
Jams. You said
Space,
playoffs.
Legendary Blues? Or
Legend,
whatever you
yeah,
call it.
Legend
He
Blues,
called it
Columbia's.
Black Red playoff, same thing.
I just
Okay.
said that because
So it was bread. Wasn't that a big
Columbia
Twitter
Blues.
I
thing?
said
and
bread.
Grays.
You know. So that's 5, right?
And Grays, yeah.
5. We'll be number 5.
And
We'll be number
low
6.
and lows.
I wouldn't have put a low in there.
Oh, I did.
Only
There
low I'll
are
put
some
in- only
original
low-
lows.
Derek Jeter low is the only one that I could think of.
that 11
What
with
you
the
call it?
navy.
Zen lows would be on there. What are you talking about?
Willows?
Oh yeah, I had those.
Yeah.
They only came out of Chicago though.
Freak.
I had them. They were
The 11s with the navy patent leather with the baby blue Jumpman, those were not bad. Those came out when I say 2016 to 2017.
Oh, they were like sort of like Dallas
80s.
Mavericks color.
Yeah, they-
look.
Well, it
Those
was
wasn't
just,
bad.
yeah.
Oh, that came out the same time when the all red one
When the
came
all
out.
red ones came out, right?
Those
Because there was
wasn't
something about one of the records.
them
or
all
something
red
like
was
that.
Yeah.
trash.
They trash.
They
Now
were
the
absolute trash.
white and red ones that recently came out with the red patent leather and the white. Them is I ain't mad at those.
I
They was
wanted
cool.
them, but
I
I've seen
almost
so
kept
many
them.
people wear them, and the way they wore them, I'm like,
Oh,
nah.
in Baton Rouge, absolutely.
Nah, and BR, yeah, you're going to see everybody, the little
Oh, yes,
Thundercats
sir.
down there with them.
Whole
singing. I
families.
said, nah.
Boosie
I'm going to go ahead on and pass.
Face.
I don't even wanna be
Boosie
guilty
Face
by
and a cherry
association.
11s.
I like them cherry 11s though. That would probably be my number 6, cherry 11s. So.
It's so crazy because back in the day, I remember dudes had fake cherry 11. Well, back then and
Oh
now,
yeah,
like,
back
all
in the
those colors
day.
are coming out.
Facts, all them.
Remember that.
Blue, all of them.
Them
Royal
white-
blue, all that
Them
stuff.
white and blue fakes were fire because you thought about getting them from KJ. I do remember that.
Oh, yeah, they
Them
were.
white and blue ones were fire. I can't even front though. Like he wore them to school, I was like, we know they fake, but damn. Like that royal blue patent leather. And it was them
Them
shoes like
joints
you
were
walk, you
shiny.
gonna swish your ankle when you walk in them.
Them joints was shimmery. I remember them joints. I don't know, man. Look, am I copping DMP? Absolutely not.
I know
Absolutely
I'm
not.
Yeah, you are.
Absolutely not.
Is there a
you are.
shoe that either y'all are looking forward to cop? Because it
Yeah.
seems like y'all just stumble across shoes.
Oh, they keep talking about black
OG
toe
low ones.
lows.
Okay, so OG low ones.
Oh yes,
Black toe ones, yeah.
Worn first day.
Okay.
Great.
I guarantee.
I hope I get 2 pairs.
I guarantee he won't wear them for a long time.
Nah, lows are different.
Let me tell you why. He didn't
Worn
get
first
coral lows, and he didn't get starfish lows. There's a lot of lows he didn't get. The way he talks about Jordan. Now I love Jordan lows too.
Right.
Yeah, but that's not.
No, don't do that.
Don't put those with black toes. That's different. Don't put those with
Stop.
black.
They still fire though.
It doesn't. But don't put those with black.
You didn't get the North Carolina blue one either. Whatever
I
that
have
was.
Costins. What do I need that for?
No, it was black toe. It was a black toe with the blue bottom.
Did you get the
it wasn't North Carolina. It was navy. It was like dark navy. Is that what
It
you're
was
talking
like aqua or something.
Did you get the
don't even
steel
know what
gray
you're talking
like
about.
black EX lows that came out last year? Those are so
Fire.
fire.
about? Which ones?
The ones
the
that
sail
Andy
laces?
got, or it looked like they split the
Yeah.
tongue open.
Those are so fire.
I don't know. What,
He didn't get them. That's why he get black toes. He ain't wearing them
You
joints.
smoking
What about
I've been
you?
talking about black toe lows literally since 2016 when we copped all the other ones.
Yeah, you talked about mocha highs all of COVID, and you
It's a
didn't
high
get-
though.
Oh God.
Different.
What you looking forward to coming out?
I can't think of anything that comes to my head.
I don't even know what's coming out this year.
just
I
got
know what's
one.
coming out in 2024.
I would have to see what.
Jordan 2 Carolina lows. I need those.
think
I
I,
need those.
do. I mean, mine got stolen by somebody who I think is my cousin.
And these are white and baby
Somebody
blue.
you think is your
no
cousin?
navy,
I
just
don't
white and
know.
baby
My
blue. I need
stepdad
those.
was like families in town, and they slept in my room, which is so stupid on my part.
That's funny.
Which is stupid on my part. It's
Just
like,
grasping what you just said. That's funny.
you know what's funny is it's like when I went to my closet, and like I went to my closet, and I'm like, yo, let me wear these Jordan 2 lows. I was like, yo, let me get this box is light. All these boxes were light. They took the shoes out of the box and then put them in their suitcase and left. And they were like my stepdad's family. Like, oh, they in town from San Diego to go stay at night? Yeah, I'm cool. I'm thinking like, yeah, they can stay in my room. Like, I can see all my J's. I'm thinking like,
Right.
you know, they was acting all cool and
And they
stuff.
hit you up.
They went in there, took all the sneakers out of, at least a good 15 pairs, out the box, left the boxes, put them in their sneaker. Good night, cousin. I'll see y'all later, cousin. Hopped in the car, drove back to San Diego. No? And then, of course, you know, I go my stepdad. I'm like, hey, man, your family stole my sneakers. Yo, why do you got to steal from you? I'm like, you know what?
You got it.
You got it. Never mind. Like, I'm not gonna have it. I'm already in my 20s. You a grown man. I ain't gonna we ain't gonna get the scrapping in here because like you think I'm accusing your family.
Right.
You know what?
Yeah, you got it, fam.
Charge it to the game. Charge it to the game. Now I know somebody come in town. Nope, you ain't staying in my room. Like, it ain't happening. No. Charge
For
it
me,
to
probably
game.
the white and wheat 13s. I actually want those.
I think of Webby when them shoes. I don't know why. Cartel
Webby.
Mall. Cartel Mall.
White,
Greg, check this
and
out.
Wheat had a moment. Them 13s, people was dying for them.
Greg, check this out. Baton Rouge, when the white Wheat 13s came out, all you would see was gold, thick herringbones with either the Webby fro or the Boosie fade. 2005.
Yeah,
That's how I remember them
herringbone,
so much. Cartel Mall.
A herringbone put you in the game.
Thick
You had a
herringbone.
thick herringbone. Boy, that joint get twisted, tangled. You like, dang, you gotta yank it. You gotta yank that joint.
What about you, Greg? Any shoe or
Reimagined leather 4s.
you imagine leather 4s?
a leather bread 4 is gonna be better than the OG. Oh, come on, man.
I need to see him in person, but for right now,
You don't
nah.
gotta see it in person. Imagine white cement, black. Fire.
I need to see.
That's all you gotta do.
He's a moron.
That's what they
You're
are.
an actual moron.
But that's what they are.
You said imagine.
Reimagine white cement, black. Bro.
Oh, how was I wanted to ask you. You wore your unicorns.
Which one? Balmain's?
Yeah. How was that? What was that experience like?
Dangerous. I mean, I almost fell in every single direction. Like if you walk too hard in the front, you could fall forward.
Yeah.
If you ain't paying no attention, you will twist your ankle. Them joints is insane. Now, no joke. I was sitting here like I was actually tall. Like I was tall. I was like, wait a minute, dude. Like this is what it's like. I was like, damn. Like I was tall. No joke. I'm like 5'5". I was about 5'9" that night. I'm not even joking. Like I was tall. And my daughter was all low. I had to pick her up. Like, oh, look at that. Like, but I won't recommend buying those ever. Like them joints will probably never get worn again. Them joints they're not worth the price of money. Lucky I just traded a bunch of sneakers and paid for them that way, but I'm good on those. Fire, unique. But see, that to me is worth my, I traded sneakers to pay for them, but like they're like $1,100. That's worth $1,100. They don't look like nothing else. Right. You go to the Gucci store and buy a pair of Gucci shoes, they look like Stan Smiths, and you paid $900 for them.
Yeah.
You go to like these other places that used to come with these luxury sneakers. Some of them look like
Chucks.
Chucks. Yeah. You go to Louis, they look like Chucks. Like it's like
You just get your Como Deco songs.
Converse. Yeah, like it's like you buy
Love
these
those.
luxury brand sneakers and they're clearly like a family member of something else. Yeah. Louis sneakers look like some Jordans, like the Virgil ones look like some Jordan 3s. They remind you, they look like some old school ASIC basketball sneakers. No, those look like nothing. There's nothing else that look like. So it's like, cool, this is worth my luxury sneaker money on these. I'll give them a shot. Was it a bad shot? Horribly. missed the whole hoop. Like, it was the worst shot of all time. But I got him in the closet. It's a nice big box. And you know what? People want to look at them. I say, hey, man, look at these. Oh, no joke. They weigh about. So I didn't take them to New York because it was too heavy. In my luggage, I was like, no, this is going to add about a good 8 to 9 pounds. Like, maybe 10 pounds.
Are they heavy?
No, they're so heavy, you wouldn't even believe it. Like,
Talking about the ball mains?
Yeah.
Oh, when he threw it across the room.
I was on that episode.
Oh, you was on that episode?
Yeah, no.
Damn
they
joints
heavy.
are so heavy.
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 Get a workout wearing them.
So it's
You
actually,
knew he had no business buying them. Look at him, huh?
calf muscles was looking crazy that night, though. They was hidden.
Yeah, you had heels on, huh?
Anyways, what else? We got anything else? Or is that it?
That's
You had
it.
you had pumps on.
All right.
You said you had put something in there about KD 16s.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, they're fire.
He said he said 15 and 16 are the greatest Nike basketballs of all time.
Absolutely not.
Nike basketball?
Whoa,
Absolutely
that's not what I
not.
said.
What'd you say?
I said they are some of the greatest Nike basketball shoes of all time. I didn't say they are the greatest. That's a different sentence.
I don't believe that either.
Yeah.
You want me to search it?
No,
I
don't.
didn't think so.
They're not some of the greatest basketball of all
Yes,
time.
they are.
You think they're better than KD4s?
No, but you just picked the greatest one. Like, of course. I mean, I said there's some of the greatest. Go back through the list.
I'll
You're not
take
going to find
86s.
very many.
What's that?
I'll take KD6s over those.
What's
I
a
don't even know what
KD6?
kid- Yeah, I was like, I
When
don't
they
even
kind
know
of
what
lace
that
up on the
looks like.
side.
What
Yes.
kid? Oh, them suck.
No, they did
Those are
not.
fire.
They look like footscapes.
No, like like those unpearl KD6s, fire.
I mean, they had some colorways that was okay. Like
Texas
the KDs,
colorway,
the Black
fire.
History Months.
Black History Month was all right.
That year, that's when the All-Star game was in New Orleans, so that was part of the gumbo pack.
Oh, them suck.
Oh, they don't suck, but they're not better than 15 to 16s.
Hold on, let me double check this. Dude, KD6 had that peanut butter colorway too? Peanut butter and jelly?
Right here.
Oh, they suck.
No.
Now, when they did what was it called? Elite. The
listen.
Elite
Yeah,
KD6?
that was.
They don't
Fire.
suck, but they
Is that
suck.
the white and black?
No, it was they may have had two colorways, but it was
That's
like
when they did because Kobe's had elites, LeBron.
Yeah.
Nike used to put
So
a lot into their
The
basketball
what the
players.
These are the
KD6s was
elites.
nice.
Yeah, those are the elites. Those are fire.
what the KD6?
Yeah,
Oh,
what the
wait.
KD6 was nice.
Maybe it was nice to what the KD6. Let me see.
EXT was better than the regular one.
Yeah, the EXT was fun. Oh no, what the KD6 was tacky, man. It looked like Mardi Gras. I know that's y'all. I know that's y'all
Show the
thing.
picture. Let me see because they did have Mardi Gras ones.
I know that's y'all thing.
The
but
elites are better than
Okay, yeah,
the
yeah.
elite lows are better
we're
than the
showing
regular
them.
ones.
way
But
better.
it's not better than a 15 and 16. You smoking, huh?
This what the KD16 though, or 15 is. Still making what those though. Is
The shoe model itself is fire. What are you talking about?
Let me-
Oh no,
They had the
I love
what
the
the-
shoe model.
Exactly.
I don't
So
think
why
I
are you
wear those
talking
now.
about you scoffing
With
over
the-
here?
If it's not
said-
like the with the dunks, I don't think I will with the shoe
So
now.
you know what's funny is to me.
Go through all the years. That's what I'm saying. Like you got what shoes are you gonna put up there? Obviously, there's about 3 or 4 Kobe's that you would, and 3 or 4 LeBrons. Other than that,
of
you
Nike basketball.
of the signature shoes of the Nike basketball players. Jordan's not Nike basketball. He's
I
his
know
own
that
thing.
Pippins.
That's not. Well, nah, they ain't better.
That's a good topic for another episode. Like top 10
Nah, come
Nike
on.
basketball
Come on.
shoes.
Come on, man.
That, now, this is the conversation we have all the time. The lexicon of shoes and like of importance or whatever you want to put it. Yes, penny ones, Foamposites, legends. But we're not picking. I might pick penny twos. Actually, I pick penny ones over the KDs too. But any penny after that. So there's 2 pennies in the list. How many KDs? 1, 2, maybe. How many Kobe's? 4 or 5 at the most. How many LeBrons? 4 or 5 at the most.
Maybe
So
2
you talking
Kobe's,
about those KDs?
Kobe's
To
are
me,
overrated.
those KDs are top 15. I would say that's probably
Seriousness on his face.
greatest
when he talks
basketball
about-
shoes.
Kobe's are overrated, though. You want to know how Kobe's overrated? It's when the Grinch is so powerful, it doesn't make any of the other Kobe's matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The Grinch.
Don't listen.
The Grinch might be the greatest basketball sneaker of
You
all
you
time.
are the sneaker Grinch right now.
They gave what was the LSU women's basketball team?
Yeah,
What she give them?
Grinches.
Grinches.
They won a national championship. Huh?
Yeah, but what she
won
give
that
'em?
thing.
She didn't give them.
They won that thing.
She didn't give them.
It's a parade.
She didn't
Well,
give
hold
them.
on.
Actually, matter of fact,
Yeah.
you guys are the perfect audience to have this conversation. I have absolutely zero problem with Angel Reese celebrating in her face, but it was a little corny that she followed her around the whole court doing it. What's your take on that?
I enjoyed it. It's competitive sports.
all right.
I don't mind the trolling and antagonizing your opponent. It's sports. I think the whole sportsmanship is so overrated to me.
Well, yeah,
play the game the right way.
Say,
Go back to the huddle.
Class with sports, I don't. It's just
it makes it more entertaining.
Means nothing.
We watch sports to be entertained.
Right. But you don't think it was corny following her around the entire court for like 30 seconds or whatever?
I loved it.
Well,
do we call it corny when Draymond Green and them do it?
What does Draymond celebrating? He ain't that good. I mean, listen, he's probably a Hall of Famer defensively.
Hold on.
I'm not letting him celebrate him.
There's a difference.
You got to cook some. She cooked that team. So, I mean, you got to cook somebody scoring-wise to
so you got to earn
your
it,
mouth
basically.
to me. Yeah, like
following
Draymond's
around
a
the
fantastic
court.
player and probably a Hall of Famer, but he ain't cooking nobody. I mean, let's be honest.
Following around the court is a bit much, only because it's like if it's like she didn't see me, like I got to keep on so you can see what I'm doing. Right. She saw it.
I like when she did like this.
Yes,
like,
of course.
Ring, you earned it.
But,
you were balling in the first half, second half. Your guards, like the point guard, took over down the stretch.
Like, did I think it was corny following? Sure, but I'm fine with it because like Clark girl, she welcomed that. Like she been trash talking everybody.
Yeah. But
like,
she owned it after the game, though. I think a lot of people didn't realize that. She was like, "I don't blame Angel Reese for doing that."
No, she didn't do that.
Yes, she did.
She did it like a day later, a couple days later.
God, what's the
no,
difference?
because it gives you. I hate. No, hold on. I hate when people do that because when they asked her after the game, "What did you think about Angel Reese doing that to you?" You know what? I didn't even see it. I was just trying to get. You saw that,
right?
I don't even know. I didn't even see it. I was trying to get to the huddle.
You would say the same thing in the moment.
No.
You don't want them cameras in your face after you lose. That's the same thing every athlete would say.
No, that's fine. Then after like a day or two later, you give the perfect answer. Hey man, that's what she should have. Don't blame her. Like I don't like that. You give the opportunity to play like
I don't buy
more humble. I do because when they asked her on the podium after the game, what did you think about that? She knew she saw Angel Reese. She made. I didn't even see her. I was just trying to get to the huddle.
You don't even want to be there. Let alone got some weirdo asking you questions. You got smashed.
The direct question was, did you see it? What did you think about it? She saw it. She did it. She came up with her answer. Cool. And she came off nice, I'm happy for the moment. Made my team. That's cool. 2 days later.
Nobody who wanted to be on that podium answer questions after getting
that's
smashed.
Fine. 2 days later.
The last thing you want.
2 days later, she come to the rescue of Angel Reese to do that, man. Give you time to be like, stop it.
God, if you don't stop
it.
I think she was asking the interview.
I said, did she say to her owner what she asked in the interview?
If you
I don't even remember. You mean like
she didn't?
When she came 2 days later?
It was like a day or two later.
Says he saved her, man. If you don't relax,
she did.
She did not save anybody. She gave her opinion on the matter.
Hold on, they were trying to kill Reese. They were trying to kill her.
That's fine, but those opinions didn't matter.
No, hold on. They were trying to kill her, and the people that were trying to kill her, when Clark came with her response, then they were like, you know what? All right, we're okay.
Yes, thank you. Social media is corny. We know.
That's what it's all based off of. This whole conversation based off social media. You know what I hate?
No, it's not. It's based off our opinions of what we saw. I'm not basing nothing on social media.
No. It's based on our opinions of what we saw, and it's based off because it all started on social media. The one thing I hate about things like this is who was the very first person who said something bad about her celebrating like that in her face?
Was it the Barstool Sports guy?
No, he wasn't even the very first. We have no idea how this started. During the broadcast, not one person said anything during the broadcast like, hey, that's class. No one said a word. I hate when you can't trace back the originator who started talking junk about Angel Reese doing this.
Listen, first of all, the broadcast was bad. Number one, they had no idea what they were talking about. Number two, of course that's going to go to social media. But I'm not influenced by that. I saw that during the game. If I see it again on social media, I'm just watching the video. I'm not watching Dave Barstool Man talk about him losing his bet and being upset. I'm like, I'm upset too, buddy.
That's different.
No, man.
That's different.
I'm telling you what I felt about it.
My opinion of
if you win, you celebrate.
Fine. Cool. That's fine. Opinion of what happened is good, fine. But everything else additional is based off how everybody acted on social media.
I disagree.
You have to. You can't. The reaction of it is based off of how people acted on social media. You wouldn't have cared one way or the other if she did that. If it wasn't a reaction on social media, she would have did that on the court, and if nobody said a word about it.
What are you talking about? It's the video. That's not the reaction.
Yeah, hold on. I wouldn't have even thought much about it. If she did it on the court, I watched the entire game, watched her do it on the court. Wouldn't have thought nothing about it until everybody lost their minds.
The game camera didn't show her follow her around the court. That's why. It was cutting other scenes.
Kinda did.
No, it didn't. It showed her at the free throw line, which in my opinion, I had her back that night because I thought she was looking at her teammate. When she was doing that,
I knew
it doesn't even look like she's looking at her. She's looking at her teammate at the free throw line or whatever.
I knew she wasn't.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoy it too, man. I enjoyed Draymond last night stepping on what's his name, chest. Give a shot. What you supposed to do?
Somebody need to put the pause on Draymond though. Like before the game starts, you need to have that sacrificial lamb. We gonna catch.
I'm okay with that.
Get
Don't
suspended.
say that's what you're supposed to do. Relax, all right? You're not supposed to stomp on people. And I already said it from the very beginning. It didn't look like a serious stomp to me. It looked like he realized halfway through he wasn't supposed to do it.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh God.
Are you okay, huh?
I'm not gonna say like
Somebody got a 2-piece Draymond.
I would have stomped on him too. I'm sorry. I would have been like, right in your stomach. Hey, what?
You
me?
talk all the time about not liking Chris Paul's antics, this, that, and the other, man. You like you got that's what you gotta do. How's it different?
Ain't nobody messing with Chris Paul. Chris Paul be doing antics on his own. He grabbed his foot and he gave him a little kick in the stomach. I'm okay with that.
I wonder how many games he gonna get.
Now, if Demonis was just laying on the ground and Draymond just stomped him, hey, buddy, you out of control. But hey, you touched me. I do. Oops, sorry that mine was a little worse than yours. Sorry.
Are you okay?
Sorry. And then you get kicked out. I love yelling at the crowd. I love seeing the middle fingers of the crowd.
That's
I love
different.
it all. That's fire. None of that would have happened.
That's competitive fire. That's
Love it.
different.
Love
now,
it.
if he would have fought someone in the crowd, I'm sure you wouldn't have said that's cool. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Fam, I was front row, boy.
Now, if someone came out the crowd on the court, yeah, fire.
Fam,
him going in the crowd, nah, we ain't supporting that.
Fam, supporting?
Stop it.
I'm not saying I support it, but I'm engaged.
That's what I'm asking you. That's two different things.
I'm not saying Draymond go beat him up, but he go in the stands. I'm like this.
You just said Draymond stepping on him. What should happen?
Because he grabbed him.
We of course we're watching. We watch car accidents all the time. It's not what should happen. That's different.
That's not the same thing. Don't do that.
That's what I just said.
No. If a car cuts you off and you crash them on purpose, I mean, it's a little funny, but it's not the same thing.
What are you talking
He
about?
grabbed him. He stomped on him.
But Draymond was mad because he got pushed or fell or whatever, like, and almost took his knees out.
He
But
grabbed
didn't
Ray
do that
wrapped
on
his
purpose.
foot.
He didn't like fall into his knees on purpose.
No. He fell on the ground and Demonis hooked his arms around his foot. He pulled his foot out and then gave him a little stomp in the chest and added a little bit to it.
I understand
lot
that.
to it.
He did that
lot
because
of sauce
Draymond
to
was
it.
mad that he fell into his legs, but he didn't obviously fall into his legs on purpose. So what I'm saying is, like, the whole thing didn't matter.
I am all for it. Period.
Smoking.
I'm all for it. I'm not sitting around with this gentleman's league. Like, I'm not
that
with it.
got nothing to do with it.
Family, you want to get somebody an elbow in the throat? Give him an elbow in the throat. Now, you get kicked out the game, you get kicked out the game.
So you a bad boy Detroit.
I'm all for it. You get kicked out, you get kicked out. It's your job to say, you know what? I'm valuable to my team. I shouldn't do
You
that.
just
But
wanna-
if you do it, I'm on for
No,
it.
you just want to be entertained. That's it.
Facts. This is the deal. Guess what? When LSU, that first LSU, guess I'm watching every single LSU basketball game. Caitlin Clark, I'm front row watching all of them. I ain't never been this engaged in women's basketball like this. Watching it
watching that
all.
game.
You know why? Because some stuff went down. Some trash talking went down, and it went down. They said the schedule Iowa stuff, you ain't getting no ticket. LSU, you ain't getting no ticket.
Yeah, there's a big gap between that and like stomping on somebody and grabbing a leg or whatever.
Fam, you
don't
develop
need that?
hold on, you were talking about a 90-minute drive of two Bay Area teams like that. You develop this nice little rival like this. I'm engaged. I'm watching.
Damn, Sabonis has been there like 6 months. Relax.
He's been there 2 years.
No, he hasn't.
He's
The
been
trade
there-
was in the middle of last season or near the end of the trade deadline last season. It's
Fam,
about 6 months.
I don't care. They got beef now. And guess what? We engaged, dude. Might be the best series of the playoffs.
I mean, not if Golden State. They're 11-30 on the road this year.
They're going to win them both at home, and they'll go back on the road and lose
Okay,
again.
that's
then
not a
come
good
back home.
series, though. A good series is like a team can win in any building. That's a good series.
The Warriors can win in any building. They can. Anyways,
Stop it.
anybody got anything else?
That's it, man. Definitely greatly appreciate y'all having us on.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming out of the closet and, doing this
Hey,
show.
yo.
Wording was bad.
That's
but,
why he's angry.
Yeah, man. I definitely, first time on the show. Definitely thank y'all for having me. I'm glad I was able to do it with both of y'all. Yeah.
yo.
So, and shout out to the wives.
Yo,
So,
that's it.
Nothing, Tim?
Nothing. I got
Appreciate you, True, coming through. Like I said, man, you only spend so much time in the States, and you spend some of that time with us. I appreciate it, man. I know we tried to make this happen a few times, and finally got it done. Next time you come out, though, we definitely getting drinks and hanging out. I got to make time for that, man. I obviously appreciate you, Tim. Taught you how to pod today a little bit.
thank you.
Score update, or you gonna
what's the
record
score?
the game?
What's the score?
What is score?
We want it?
Yeah.
Suns up 11 in the fourth. 10 minutes left.
Oh,
Okay.
Suns were down 10 in the first half. I got people texting me like, "Oh, we're cooked." I said, "Man, it's early." Suns go on a 10-0 run or whatever the end of half. Booker hit a 30-footer, tie it at halftime.
Appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe, share this podcast. George, True, Tim. That's a sneak test. Pow, 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 pow.